welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone. We are back for round 2 at the Swedish Masters 2022 GHP. That is, it's 2023.
Yeah, the name of the event is actually the Swedish Svenska Mästerskapen for General's Handbook 2022 Season 1 and Season 2.
Exactly, but, that's a long one.
Yeah, it is 2023 and it is the Swedish Masters. And we have halved the field, or rather less than that actually. There's 9 players on major wins.
Yeah, exactly, because we had some minor wins as well, at least one.
And one draw.
And a draw even.
So we're down to 8 major wins. And we will bring you a match shortly between a veteran player at the top.
Yeah, one of the team players from Worlds and second placing player at World Singles last year as well.
And winning all her games in the singles for that Worlds event. So we're talking about Ronya Andersson, of course.
Yep,
she'll be playing Gloomspite Gitz against our youngest player, and it's Albin Glauman.
Yep.
He's 17 years old, but he's
showing promise, definitely.
Yeah, he's already been, for the past year at least, been placing well in tournaments.
Definitely.
Won his place here at the Swedish Masters at Lord of the Mounts.
Yeah, he did. We were there.
We are. The game is set to start in a couple of minutes. In a minute, perhaps the players have decided their lists, but they are setting up and
they're pretty much going through the lists and everything and getting acquainted, getting ready to play. So they are gonna start up any moment here now. Yes. Meanwhile, we can have a look at the lists.
Yeah,
maybe we should do that.
Pick their lists.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can.
So let's bring out
if this has been. Just a sec. If you watched the last game, we had some issues.
We've fixed a bunch of issues, so hopefully things will be a little better this time around. So we have Albin and we have Ronya here.
Yes.
No, now his list is not updated. Why is his list not updated?
It
says the corn list. Okay, the lists haven't been updated. Just a sec here, tech issues here. Let's see if we can just get those updated. Those lists should be coming up here. These are, of course, the list from the previous match.
No, let's hide it then.
Why are they not appearing? These tech issues, people. We're gonna have to have a look at those. I'm gonna keep talking for a while he fixes everything. So, what have we seen so far? We have seen, of course, we saw the first game, Adam and Konstantinos, the reigning champ, and that ended up with Adam winning that one pretty soundly, showing that vampire lords on zombie dragons are very hard to kill, and zombies can eat just about everything nowadays, including bloodthirsters and other legendary heroes. What do we have here anyway now more to say? You can see here that they have started the clock now, meaning that they are getting into the setup. And we have, so we have Ronya as attacker, and we have Albin as defender in this case. Which battle plan are they playing, by the way?
Yeah, the Realmstone Cache.
The Realmstone Cache. Yeah. So we're going to have a look at that one in just a sec. Let's go through the lists.
Yeah, which should be the correct ones.
These are the correct ones now,
So let's have a look at Albin. He is playing Fire Slayers.
That is.
In the Vostarg Lodge. With the Master of the Forge, Grand Strategy, and the Bloodthirsty Triumph. We should see his Triumph bid. It's at
the Triumph is Ronya's.
So
Ronya has the Triumph there.
Yeah. And it's a load of Volkites. It's 6/10 of Volkites. And they are led by
a bunch of boys on foot. Foot heroes. We have 2 Arctic Flamekeepers, a Rune Smiter with Forge Key and a pair called Ember Storm, Battlesmith with what's that? Obsidian Iron, and aspect of the champion being fueled by Gurish Rage.
Yeah, so we'll be coming back on a 3-up if he's
exactly, so he wants to come back. Smith and our Gloomfather on the Magma also. We do have one monster here.
Yeah.
Which the Gloomspite will enjoy. They can eat it. And the final one was we had I think we had one more Lord on foot there. The Rune Master. Exactly, yes, the general. The Master Priest with heal prayer. The brazier. Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
So
two warlords and a veteran. Yes, and
yeah.
So 12 drops.
That is 12 drops. That's a lot of drops.
Yeah.
Meaning he'll never pick who goes first with that list.
No, I assume he doesn't care much.
No, I don't think this list is that sensitive to that. It's like he has these big chunks of people, bunch of good support heroes with artifacts and shenanigans going on. Mm-hmm. He has some endless invocations there, the Inferno and Firewall.
Yeah.
This will be fun to see this beat down here going on.
Yeah, and I mean this scenario will be going into that. But for the first 2 turns, you're playing about the center of the field.
Yeah.
That's all you're playing on.
Yeah.
So, which of course is good for the Fire Slayer if they can move into that. But at the same time, he can't commit everything to that because those short, stunty legs needs to get to the new locations of
they need to be running later
for the objectives. Anyway, this is Ronya's list at 1920 points as for the triumphs. I'm guessing she has double triumphs.
Yeah, she does have double triumphs, and of course, just to make sure she can pass those battle shocks, especially on the Squig Herd.
Yes.
What else do we have? So we have Jaws of Mork, of course, because we're playing Squigs.
Yep.
It's chasing the moon as the grand strat, and we have double Indomitables.
Yep.
Yes. Green Crack the Great. That's a new boy. I actually don't have a lot of info on him, to be honest, either.
Him, no?
We might have a look at his war scroll in a bit here. A Fungoid Cave Shaman with a bunch of stuff going on. Let's see, what is that? Universal Spell Ward. I didn't even see it. Was a Ghost Mist. Okay, of course, it's a Ghost Mist. And fueled also by Gur's Rage to come back. And he's even the general, so he has a. Let's see, what does it say? The Clammy Head? Is that it? I can't even see what it says. It's so small. Anyway, an artifact as well. Can you read the artifact there? It's really small because it's so zoomed out. For the general.
Okay, it's
Clammy Hand. Yes, the Clammy Hand. Sorry.
Clammy Hand. Yes.
And I can't even see what the artifact says. It's so small. Probably a bunch of fun stuff to put on a little rot. I don't know. Squig Boss with a Nasha Squig. Scragrot the Loom King, even more named character.
Yep. So as we can see in the chat.
Okay, to get back a dead unit there. That is what they do. Boinger Bounders, 15. 5 Boinger Bounders, 36 Squig Herd. That's the big one. That's why you want the Indomitables.
Exactly.
And then we have the Gobapalooza, the Gricknax Loon Court, the Spore Splatter Fanatics, some sneaky Snufflers in there, and a bunch of other stuff. We have some Galician veterans there as well for all of those little boys. So they can
all fight.
Especially for the Squig Herd. Those are the ones who need it there.
It's big Squig Herd and
the sneaky Snufflers. Yes, exactly.
So as the Grinkrat the Great, he hands out Fight on Death.
Fight on Death. Okay, that is cool. So we're gonna have a lot of Fight on Death, and they're coming back, and there's just no end to them. Yeah. This is gonna be fun. Okay. The moment gets -1 save within 12 inches. Oh, that's a good one. Thank you so much for letting us know that one.
So should we head over to the table?
Yeah, let's head over to the table, shall we, and have a look there. So this is the table. We have a setup here of the Gloomspite. We can see some. That's a Squig Herd, I believe. set up here. What else? They're still working on this, but here you can see that they are setting up in very small deployments because this scenario is kind of special. And we are bringing up the scenario here in just a sec, so we can go through that. So you want to here listing up, and you have a lot of models to fit in that small space for sure. And as you can see here, Albin as well, just building that fort because you don't have much option to begin with here. And that's where they're still setting up. Nothing unorthodox in any way. Don't think there's much they can do that is unorthodox at this point. But yes, so we're gonna have to see. I think we're gonna see a lot of fighting and then fighting again and then fighting again and everyone dying and then fighting one more time because they fight when they die.
So they strike each other at least once and then they die and then they strike each other again.
Yeah, there's just no end to it. They're just gonna keep on fighting. That's amazing. So yeah, here's the scenario. Run us through the scenario, will you?
Yeah. So at the beginning of this scenario, you have one objective placed in the middle, at the center of the playing field, just between two small deployment zones, about half, or exactly half the size.
Half the size of the usual ones.
It's not uncommon for armies to, especially if the terrain placement would...
like the Gits. They're gonna struggle there. It's gonna be very snug.
To fill up. To get all the... all the models on the field. Anyway, at the start of battle round 3, just before the start of before you choose which one gets the priority for that battle round, you roll the die, the defender, and the objective is split in half and placed diagonally or horizontally spread out on the battlefield.
Exactly.
So if
depending on the die roll there.
Yeah. So it's a bit of randomness, but on the other hand, it's completely symmetrical.
Yes.
I like this.
Yeah, it's a fun scenario.
Yeah, it combines both this quite extreme end of fighting where you fight about the single center point on the battlefield, but at the same time there can be quite a way to get to the halves when they're split up.
Definitely, and especially if you go from one side to the other.
Yep.
You're gonna struggle to get the farther objective as well.
Exactly, and because of the scoring, which is 1, 2, and more, and then so in the first 2 battle rounds you can't score any more than 4 points.
Exactly.
That's a maximum.
But you will always score 2 for the center objective.
Yes.
So that's one big issue.
But the lead you will get from the first 2 can't be enough to sort of dominate a lead that you get if you dominate the later part of the game.
Exactly.
So you can't just meet in the middle and fight.
Right.
You have to be able to spread out.
Yeah, you have to be ready for that because that's when the points start ticking in.
Exactly. So we'll remove that info and have a look at the grand strats of the players.
Yes.
We have Masters of the Forge, Albin.
That we do.
You can find that. There it is. And this one needs to have invocations on the command.
Just have an invocation on the board. That's not so rough, but your opponent can't get rid of it. That's the annoying part.
Yeah, that's the annoying part.
I mean, if you don't have any priests, you're fine.
Yeah. But it's definitely doable while chasing the moon, which is Ronya's. She needs to has her general still on the battlefield and been under the light of the bad moon at least 3 battle rounds. Should be doable.
Yeah, so the general just has to stay in the light of the bad moon for 3 rounds and not die. That is the strat.
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's go have a look at the table again.
Yeah. Put that screen away.
There we go. So we're starting to see more and more of the deployment finish up here. We have the magma doors coming down here as well.
I believe that Ronya is done deploying.
Yes, looks like it, and I think Albin is just finishing up here now. So, like looking at Ronya's deployment here, we can see that there's just a big clump in the middle around that scenery piece. And that's where you see the Boingrot bounders as well. That's the hard hitting part of the army. And then you have the Squig herd filling up the left flank, but kind of also acting as a screen, which they're supposed to. And then on the back you have some more supporty characters or support units, as well as on the right flank there. And of course the general is probably hiding at the far back there with Skragrot and all the other really, really brave grots, right?
Yeah.
That's what they do. So let's have a look at Albin here. He's putting the last of his stuff now here. Those guys might be going in a deep strike, it looks like. It would be a unit of berserkers.
One of those 6.
One of those 6 tens, yes, exactly. Looks like a deep strike there. And he's really just set them up wherever he can fit them, more or less, because they're so big units there. With the Magma Drot on the side there, just filling up that flank where there's a few less models. Oh no, he is deploying them. Okay, so there's no deep strike then.
I'm not sure if he has no deep strike.
Oh, maybe he doesn't have any deep strikes. That could be right. Usually they always have a deep striker. There are so many of these rune priests of different sorts, so no deep striker. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna see a lot of dice rolls, a lot of models being taken off the board, sometimes coming back.
Yeah.
But
and the clock will be a major part of it.
I think so, for sure. Yeah.
And I mean, we already have a minute up for Ronya after the deployment, which is of course Albin having twice the number of units.
Yeah. But they've been pretty efficient with their deployment so far still, so it's not too bad. But we did see that Albin really capitalized on the clock in his previous game.
Yep.
And his opponent ran out of time. Oh, we did have a deep strike, yes. We had one unit deep strike, we got that confirmed now. That's what I suspected. I figured he'd have one deep striker somewhere.
Excellent work by the table boss.
Yeah.
That's,
our table
very
boss
good.
is reminding us here of that. That is very good. Excellent.
We lucked out. Albin has the blue dice and our defender.
That is true. So now we are down to seeing what is going to happen for the first turn. Ronya is the chooser. And they are...
See, she needs to decide where the moon is.
Yep, the moon is being placed.
That quarter?
It's being placed in the far left corner from Ronya's end there. And now they are just picking up their deployment. And Ronya has given the first turn to Albin.
Yep.
Which seems reasonable at this point.
Yeah,
why not?
It
you don't
is.
need to take the first turn here. There's no point in doing that.
The only time I'd say that you don't want to give away the first turn, and this is if your opponent can box your castle in.
Definitely. Yeah, you don't want to get tied down in your deployment when there's just one objective to fight over.
Yeah.
No, you do not.
You need to be able to compete over that. But that's not Fire Slayer's thing. They move up.
No.
They stake.
I mean, they have to move.
Yep.
Get there sooner or later.
So, we'll be finding out.
The first battle tactic is Ignominious Death.
Ignominious
An ignominious death, yeah, sorry. Do we have the sound? Is the dolphin back again? Okay, we're good now. Okay, so sorry about that. Tech issues.
And thank you for the update. It's of course map game 2. That is correct.
Yes. Yeah, we just have some command points going on here. Nothing special here. Oh, tossing a model just for good for good measure here.
Yeah, it's got plenty to spare. Did we? Oh yeah, we need to change the battle plan as well.
Yes.
Yes, the
that
Realmstone
needs to be updated too here. There's so much little stuff, information going on here. There we go, Realmstone cash.
But we're still at the Swedish Masters anyway.
We are
so
definitely at the Swedish Masters. That is correct.
And
so he's just messing out.
Wall been placed just.
It's just blocking them off from the objective.
We were saying that thing about
being
containing.
Being boxed in your deployment. That's what that does.
But you'll still be able to move up a lot of.
Sure, but it's going to be a bit of a roadblock anyway, a bit of an obstacle, and that's a good place. Definitely.
I wonder if he needs to be able to get up there and throw his axes at some hero.
Yeah.
Did we get that confirmation on which?
I don't think we got that confirmed. If we just which hero is the target. Okay, 5 report. Do we have a confirmation of which hero is the target for the axis, for the battle tactic?
Yeah.
We don't have a confirmation of which hero, but it's one of those.
It is really. It will be. I mean.
We also got a 5-up ward activation as well for the heroes, most likely for the. Okay. So Skragrot is the target of the throwing axis in this case. I don't know how it's gonna happen.
Yeah, where is Skragrot?
He is in the far back.
And
Skragrot should be back here.
I'm sure he has some sort of plan. It just has me. I don't know how he's. It will be interesting.
Yeah.
To find out how he is going to do that. I mean, it can
be that he just chose it to get rid of it.
But I mean, he could have just taken cunning maneuver or something like that. Why throw away 2 victory points at this moment? Interesting.
Okay, so
runs up to an auto run on the dwarves in the middle.
Yep.
To grab the objective. I mean, that's 2 points, of course, but there's 2 more points to score.
Doing that to just auto run them.
Well, interesting.
Unless Skragrot is at the far side there, but I don't see any reason to have him there. I don't think he's up front there, to be honest. I believe he is at the back behind the shrine there. We have a lot of wards going on here now as well. He's activating the forge.
It's hard to kill those dwarves by now.
Yeah. So now he's gone all in on activating all his defenses, preparing for the initial assault of all the Boingo Pounders. Could be a wise choice, because if he can just get initiative turn 2, he might be able to strike back with a lot more dwarves if they're alive.
Yeah, if he can move his army up to the middle, spread it out a bit to be able to move to the sides where the cash explodes, and then be able to absorb a full charge that the Gloomsmite gets, then sure, he can start killing them. He got them where he wants to be.
Exactly.
So, of course, it is just that battle tactic that stumps me. If anyone has an idea what Albin might be, what his idea
we'll have to see if that was just a throwaway or if there was a thought to it.
It's an 8-inch range.
Yeah, that would be that he would have to use his deep strikes. It's the only way he could.
But that's 10 attacks, 4 up and 4 up, 4 up.
That's not
well, of course it can kill. No.
It can be that he just throws it away because he knows he's not going to do it.
Yeah, he can't use his deep strike for an 8-inch missile weapon.
No, he can't. That is true. I have no idea what the thought was there.
Perhaps we're about to find out.
Yeah, I would say most likely he's just wasting it. But I don't see why he wouldn't save it for later and waste it later, if that is the case.
It could be that he is set up so that he can't run any.
Yeah, maybe he couldn't get a hero to it, so he didn't have a choice of actually scoring anything.
Then of course
that can be the case. It's just the scenario is so unforgiving for the first turn that he doesn't have anything he can score.
But then he should have deployed, but that's a mistake you can make, of course. But
possibly, yes. But it's also that if he deployed too far ahead, he might risk losing his heroes before getting to utilize all the buffs.
Yeah. But that center of the objective is 22 inch up, which means you have to get 16 inch to.
What is the move of the Boingrup Bounders?
And you need to auto run to get there. Well, but you still only need, if you're deployed at the edge, you need a 5 inch.
Yeah.
So let's say you deploy, if you want to be behind the screen, you can deploy 2 or 3 inch behind.
And auto run.
Yeah.
Get those 10 inches. Yeah. Why not?
I mean, you still get the objective, and sure, you can still auto run and do a gamble on the battle tactic, but it's better than wasting a battle tactic.
I think so.
I mean, it could really well be that he didn't think about it.
It could be, but it could also be that he feels that he's going to score certain battle tactics anyway later on. And he might want to just get this out of the way.
That's probably it, but
because he doesn't want to risk
we'll see at the end of the turn. This is a no take-back tournament.
It is.
It is strictly informed that there are under no circumstances to be any leeway given.
That is correct.
Even if you would want to do that, even if you want to be nice or you want to do it, so
you are not allowed to give that to your opponent either.
Exactly.
This is how hard we roll here on the Swedish Masters. It's hardcore for sure.
There's a lot of running around
so we just have a bunch of run rolls. And you can see here now that the dwarves are starting to spread out. He's preparing for turn 3. He knows this.
Yeah, this is really good because you don't want to find yourself in a position in turn 2 where you can't be in on the play for all the objectives.
Definitely.
Or at least, I mean, well, you need both of them.
Yeah, you sure do. And especially if you get them on the far side, both of them, on the flanks.
Yeah.
If you are too centered, you're gonna struggle to reach any of them.
Yeah, but if you get the diagonal, you get one of them will be close to the opponent.
Close, so you get one of them for sure, but the other one will be just as close to the opponent. It's interesting to see what happens there. And also just to have a contingency for whatever situation.
Yeah. the bounders, the Gits are definitely having the move advantage.
Yes, definitely. They are a lot quicker. And that's gonna make a difference. For sure.
There will be no fighting in this turn.
Nope, it doesn't look like it. No fighting, no throwing of axes. Nothing is going on here.
Has he overreached by burning all those once per game buffs in this first turn? Or is it?
Yep, and he is done with his turn there. It might be slightly early to burn all that stuff. Maybe turn 2 would have been better.
Yeah. But of course Ronya could get a double turn.
If Ronya gets that double, that's going to be invaluable.
Yeah.
So it does make some sense.
So it's a 5-up warden on his heroes and a 6-up warden on the rest of the army.
Yes, correct. That is what he has popped. It's a shame that he used his rune this early on for the +2, but that's also until his next hero phase, right? So he's probably thinking he'll use that for... Yeah, so he'll use that defensively there to just strike back if he's getting attacked.
Yeah. Have it cost if...
Yeah.
And Ronya... Well, she could, of course, just...
Not engage.
Yeah. And use that... I mean, a 6-up ward is quite tough to get through. if you needed those.
It's mainly that they have a lot of wounds. Yeah, they have a lot of wounds to begin with. Like each unit is 20 wounds. So adding that war to it, makes it that much tougher. It's a couple of extra wounds on it. This is definitely going to be interesting to see what Ronya chooses to do there, how much she's going to engage with this, and how much she just wants to play the objective.
Exactly. Can we, if you zoom in a bit, can we see how many of the Fire Slayers are on the center
objective? I would say
objective?
it would be like maybe 2 or 3.
And of course, they can be redeployed for another 3 or so. But if Ronya gets 6, perhaps, it gets up on there, and then she'll probably get that object.
It's mainly getting she has the unit of 5 Boeing grots. They can just jump up there without an issue, and then. So we got Moonlight Raid battle tactic, which is pick one objective controlled by your opponent. You complete this tactic at the end of the turn. You control that objective, and every boom spike gets that is contesting it is affected by the light of the bad moon.
Yeah.
Which, of course, Skragrott provides.
Yeah.
He provides the bad moon to him.
Which means that.
So as long as they are close enough to Skragrott, they'll be fine. They're in the moonlight.
Yep.
So this one is pretty given. This is not going to be a hard one for her to take.
It's very good, and it's good to get it's sort of an extra cunning maneuver.
Yeah.
But the cunning maneuver is for she gets to keep that.
Yeah, mainly it means that she doesn't have to put her heroes on the objective just yet.
Just yet.
Because they are the squishiest part of the army.
Yeah.
So that is a very good strategy, just to keep that buffer early on and keep those heroes alive. You don't have to sacrifice them for the victory points.
Yeah.
It's a good plan. Mm-hmm. And we'll see here how much movement we can see here.
I'll have to leave you for a second.
Of course. That is quite alright. I've got this. So Ronya here is considering the moves. And we have a bit of buffs going up on the Boeing boss here with an extra Ren from the Squig boss. And you wouldn't be surprised if you get something else from the Snufflers or stuff, so we're gonna see what more. But that does tell us that she is looking to go fighting with them. Or simply just to keep them a bit more dangerous should Albin choose to go in there. Are still going through the hero phase here. Albin has chosen one Unbind on one of his heroes, just in case to be able to get into range, just to unbind one spell cast as well. Getting here the information here that the Git's battle tactics are very good. Yes, they are very good, and many of them are quite easy to accomplish given the right conditions. So they do have a lot of good ones that can help out, for sure. Oh, and we are starting to have some move, and is that Skragrott getting up there? Oh no, that is the... Oh yes, it is. Skragrott is moving up to the objective.
Oh, interesting.
He does want to get a toe in there. So why not use the cunning maneuver?
Well, he's not a girl champ. He's a named.
Oh no, he isn't. You are right. Yes, because he is named. That is the thing. So he can just do the raid himself if he needs to. But we do need more models on the objective there for Ronya to take it. So we're gonna need one more unit, but I don't think it's just gonna stand there on his own, and that would be suicidal.
Wouldn't be the best. He's casting spells by now, right?
Yeah, let's see if they have any spells going on here. That looks like it. Yeah, we got some spells. We're getting a buff up there on the Squig Herd. Maybe a Mystic Shield.
Yep.
Oh.
We could probably spy on the marker.
Let's see if we can get
there. So another of the rules for this tournament is that if there are no marker placed, then the spell hasn't been cast.
Unfortunately, the glare of the camera, of the lights, doesn't let us see what it says.
But it is a buff on the Squig Herd, a Mystic Shield.
If it was a Mystic Shield.
Yeah, it would probably be the wise move.
Yes. That makes all sense. Oh. Oh, so we have to... And so there was a teleport by Skragrott, and then he tried to cast a spell offensively at the opposing heroes.
Unsuccessful, I guess, because we haven't seen any picked up, or
we haven't seen anything. So we guess it did not work.
It's very, very early in the game.
Definitely.
I really feel this is just they are both.
Yeah, we're just waiting for things to happen. We have seen a lot of buffs go down on the Boingrat Bounders.
Yep.
We're hearing that there's Mystic Shield, there's a bunch of other stuff. I can see 4 buffs there, so this is going to be, that's on the big 15-man unit of Boingrat Bounders. They are ready to get in there.
They are ready to get.
So let's see now.
Yeah, I guess Ronya will need us.
They also have the Sneaky Snuffler bonus, just as I predicted.
But she'll probably need to roll something around an 8 in charge to get in there.
Yeah, we'll see exactly what kind of charge here. It might be a 9-inch distance to avoid that redeploy.
Yeah.
So that's probably what we're looking at. But
would Albin really deploy off? Well, yeah.
At this point, yes, because he's lost the objective anyway.
Yeah, that is, but.
Why wouldn't he?
Yes, he would. He wouldn't if he could gamble on Ronya failing her charge roll.
Why would that help him?
It would be for the later part, but not being too far away. Yeah, sure. It's the redeploy. Okay, yeah.
I don't think just getting that redeploy for an extra inch or 2, you don't have to go too far. Yeah, random mortal wounds and 6s. Yes, I believe those are the ones going up there as well. And of course the Snufflers and the Mystic Shield. So those are thoroughly buffed.
Yeah.
So now they just have to get in there.
It's me, Erik, commentating.
Yep.
Beside Leora.
Yep. So Erik Sundberg, he's with me here.
Yep.
Good old duo from our podcast, amongst other things.
Yep.
And we are having a great time here. It's a pleasure to have you with me.
Yeah, the same. It's it's been a while.
It's been a while, but we always get along well. That is the best part.
It is, and it's also very fun to be able to sort of try out all this new tech, both hardware and software, and
definitely
and staff.
We are working with a whole new thing here. Suddenly it feels so much more legit.
Yeah.
This is getting real, folks. We're talking about
we almost know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Except I don't always know what I'm talking about.
That's fine. The most important thing is that it's entertaining.
That's good.
But yeah, so as we've talked about earlier, this is starting to get serious now. There's actual money involved, more or less, because the winner of the Swedish Masters, the Swedish champion, will also get a ticket to go to America for the World Championships arranged by Games Workshop. So that's going to be a big thing.
It's kind of like. Sorry, it's
you were saying anyway. It's starting to get kind of like well known, a big thing getting established, and it's really cool to see something grow because the very first Swedish championship was 2 years ago.
Yeah, and who won that?
I won that. Somehow it doesn't feel quite as tangible because that was just like fun people hanging out, rolling some dice. This feels like it's on a whole other level.
Yeah, it is still fun people hanging out rolling dice,
and
but
it's
just take
mostly
it
the same people, and we're just like. I don't think the skill level is any different because we've always had like really good players and everything, but it just feels like so much more real now that everything is being shown and talked about, and we have like all this gear and setup, and we're going places.
Yep,
it's so cool.
Yeah,
that is
very
the thing.
Cool.
I am so happy to see.
Yeah, it's really fun to sort of take things seriously, even if they aren't serious from the beginning.
It doesn't have to be about taking it serious. It's about making somebody, making a show, right? Having a show. That's
pretending it's serious. Then.
Exactly. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That is. This is the first ticket to be handed out for the World Championship. There will be a second ticket handed out at Lord of the Mounts in Uppsala.
Oh, there will be a second one.
Yep.
Maybe I'll have to go snatch that one.
That one will be the second type of ticket, which will be half of the points are from tournament scoring, and the other half is for different kinds of soft score.
I see.
So there will be both painting competitions and lore knowledge competitions. That should be
the lore, though. That one is better. Maybe I can make it all add up.
Yes, and that will be handed out September, the first weekend of September.
That sounds amazing. Really cool. Looking forward to see our two champions as well, moving on to the US and representing, and see if we can report what's going on there. That would be really cool.
That would be very cool. It's in November, I believe.
Yeah.
So, we see Ronya has moved up.
Pretty much the entire army.
Yeah.
As expected. What is there to do in the deployment zone? Nothing at all.
Done back there.
Okay, so we have the support heroes are hiding. They're in hiding. The Loon Boss is behind the rock there, the rock formation, as you can see. If we look a little bit side here, we can have a look here. So we can see that the Squid Boss is hiding just behind these rocks. You can kind of see him a little bit with his pokey stick out there. And then you have the Cave Shaman at the very back there. You can see his little base stick out behind the Loon Shrine at the top left of the room.
Oh, that's him over there.
So he's hiding at the very, very back there. Simply keeping safe from all those scary throwing axes that we were talking about earlier.
Those 8-inch range.
8-inch 4-ups, no rend attacks. Yes, we are being asked here if the lists are available anywhere. Yes, we have them available at xn.com. That is where you have the tournament information with all the standings, the results. You can see if we can get a link. We can get a link up here as well.
Yeah, we should.
The thing is, of course, to know that we do have multiple lists. Every single participant brought 3 lists, or up to 3 lists, and get to choose which list to use for each game. And of course, they choose simultaneously. And we can see here now that the charge is successful for the Boingrots. They are in. And we are going to have a lot happening there. Yeah, thank you very much for the link there to the tournament. Yes, that is to the Switch Masters tournament. The pairings and lists can indeed be seen there. Yes, you can also see the results from the previous round and stuff. So follow along on XM. That is a Swedish-made system that we use for pretty much all the tournaments in Sweden by now. Amazing system, we like it a lot. And it's good that you can talk to the creator and fix things that don't work the way you want them to, or if you have new ideas. So we are very happy about it.
If you see any during the day we're commentating, then if you see any notes being taken on papers, that is the official reporting of the results of these games are done by handwritten notes, handing in just to keep safe. Well, we've seen the charge of the Bounders.
Yes,
9 mortal wounds on the impact hits.
9 mortal wounds on the impact, that is correct. So the question is here, how much is going to be left here? Probably not a lot.
So
the wards did not
saved
go
one
very well.
or any? No,
yeah,
we
have one
or which
one
means
ward,
4 dead.
Yep,
Those
that's
10 Volkites.
4 dead Volkites. across. No, actually 3 dead. Okay, so he saved 2. There was another 6 there. So he saved 2.
Okay. Save 2. So 4 7. So yep.
So 3 dead and 1
wound marker on one of them.
But then we're gonna
wound marker, I think.
Yep. Then we're gonna have the last pile in there and the actual attacks from the Boingrots now that they are buffed to the teeth.
Yep.
This is gonna be painful. I think that's a gone unit without a. Oh, we have the fight first, of course, because we have Ostrargeister. So we actually get to do a little bit of fighting back before they die
and then they fight on
and
death.
Maybe they have the fight on death going on as well. In the combat phase. The reason they couldn't fight on death from the mortal wounds is because it's in the charge phase.
Yeah.
But they should be able to fight back now.
Cola. Well, I don't know about you, but I'll try. We'll try to keep up the. I can feel the effect of. We were sitting up quite late last night, setting stuff up, and
we went to bed around 2 a.m. or so.
Something like that. So I'll try not to sort of fall asleep on the table here.
Exactly. We're trying to just get caffeinated and so on here.
Yeah.
We've got. Oh, this is rough. Not a single wound through on the Boingrots now that all the attacks are done. Not a single wound. It's all in the saves, and of course they'll just take the ward on the rest for good measure. Not a single.
That's a wasted command point for the fight first.
That's demoralizing.
It is.
All about getting Flamekeepers online. Yeah, that is true. The Flamekeepers do help, getting them to just soak all the death. I mean, that's why you want to have those 60 Volkites, I suppose. Just sacrificial lambs for those buffs. So we have a 4 on the both Flamekeepers by now then. So that counter charge might be pretty decent when they are both maxed out.
Yep.
And they can start giving out some buffs as well, and especially if you get a good rune going.
Yeah.
Like a Rend rune or so. That could be useful.
Yeah, if Albin gets the priority for the next turn, then those 15 are quite exposed to all
They are. They do have Mystic Shield on, so that will mitigate it slightly. But the question is that enough when you get 2 or 3 units of Volkites coming in there, especially with buffs. A lot of buffs there. It's going to be interesting. But also, if Ronya clears them now off the board and keeps the momentum, gets the double turn, that's going to be rough for Albin.
Yeah, then Albin will end up in that situation we were talking about, being pinned down.
Yeah. And there you have it. Them. They are gone.
Yeah, they are gone.
No surprise at all. Because of all those buffs. Extra attacks, extra rend. Mortal wounds.
They are nicely feared.
Yeah, the buff stacking from the Gloomspike kits can be a real killer. And the thing is also that the units that you buff, they don't have to cost a lot of points.
So,
and that is all for Ronja's turn. It is of course 4 points because the battle tactic is easily scored.
And that's a 3 from Albin. If that dice roll is
the priority, yes, it is the priority.
If that's said to be okay, since it wasn't made with a table die.
And Albin has the priority, yes. Yep. That keeps this game interesting. We like to see that. That's good. So now we're gonna see the counter attack coming here.
I hope he doesn't give it away. I mean.
Oh no, he can't do that. He cannot do that. That would be devastating to him. I don't
sure,
see
he
why
has his defensive buffs up and all that, but
I don't think it's worth it.
No.
I do not think it's worth it because
he loses too much on the
and then everything else is going to be all the way up.
It looks like he gave it away, actually.
He did give it away? Oh, he gave it away.
He gave it away.
This is... we'll see how this goes. It could be that those guys are a bit too far for all the buffs. If the Boy Responders are out of range for buffing up this time around, then possibly.
Sure, but...
But they're still pretty decent even without the buffs.
He's still in the upper left corner.
Yeah, the moon has not moved.
Upper right, sorry. Upper left from Ronya's.
Exactly, the far left one for Ronya. Okay, so he's just banking on sticking this one out. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, Ronya will score for another 4 points.
Yep.
There's nothing Albin can do about that.
Nope.
And
it could be also that he's just looking absolutely 100% to the late game, and he's just preparing for that.
Yeah.
And he just wants to let run a course there. Yep. Yeah. A cunning maneuver. And of course we get one extra CP from Skygrot, so Ronya still has a lot of CP even going first. And the Lumbos wants to do the cunning maneuver, so it's just cunning maneuver number 2.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Standing on that objective. It's a bit of a no-brainer. Oh, we got a miscast from Skygrot. Oh, that is interesting.
There's always
Albin is happy about that.
Yeah,
that means a lot less annoying stuff going on when his turn 2 comes up. If he gets that double, he can really turn it around then if he gets the momentum. So I guess that's what he's hoping for now.
Yeah, I suppose so.
To get the double from 2 into 3. Maybe he thought that, that could be worth giving a bit of an inch right now.
It depends on Ronya's play here, but I mean, Ronya is good at this. She's good at the movement game. And for Albin's position here, being stuck down, even if Ronya can't do that much damage, and even if she can't do the defensive buffs and on the Glauman side gets, I mean, she can tie him down.
Yeah.
And then, sure, he has a double from turn 2 to 3, but it's in the wrong place.
That could be true, and that's why he has to really utilize those frontline units. Oh, there's still a -1 to hit going off there. Lisa, so
yep.
That's rough. That means that he's gonna have a harder time dealing with all those grots there.
Yep. It's a very good defensive buff.
Yeah, I don't know about these kids here. They are going to be tough to shake once they're all over the middle. Yeah, the Magma Drought on the double can do a lot of damage, as we're seeing here in chat. The thing is, the Magma Drought is stuck at the back behind enemy units. No, not behind enemy units, but behind
friendly units.
Friendly units, sorry. And the thing is, if those friendly units are locked up, that Magma Drought could really be tied down in a bad position, because these guys only move 4 when they fall back, right? When they retreat. So that's going to be
Ronya has big,
dangerous.
Yeah, big units of grots to screen with, and yeah. Well, interesting. I mean, sure, if the gamble does work out and Albin can get back in the game for turns 3, 4, 5, then there are more points to be scored then.
Definitely. And there can be merit to that. Just having some rules checking here. Friendly units will be dead, yeah. I'm not sure they will be dead without a lot of buffs. We'll see how much buffs come up here.
He still has the ward up and the...
he still has the ward up, yes. So they might be surviving a little better, but we're just gonna see here. There's some extra spell casting going on here from the fungoid.
Eating the funny mushrooms.
Hoping for the best. Maybe he explodes.
Yeah.
Because that. Oh, the teleport is that was what that extra spell cast from the fungoid was for teleporting. That would have helped Ronya a lot in securing the table.
For the Hand of Gork, yeah, that's.
But yeah, without the Hand of Gork, It's not that it's going to be a big issue, but it's still going to be harder to secure that boxing.
Yeah, she still has. Sorry. I wanted to try that. Yeah, if we look at that.
So we still have that big hole with her.
Yeah, and that's stuck behind the wall.
Exactly. Those 5 Boingrots are kind of out of the game right now. Squiggler has gone off on the Squigger. We'll see them moving up here shortly, I believe. Or have they already moved? No, they haven't.
No, we're still in the hero phase.
Yeah, we're still in the hero phase, that is true. Yep. Still in the hero phase. But we can also see that there's almost nothing on this side of the table. Everything is on the top flank there on Ronya's left side. At the same time, Albin doesn't have a lot on that side. It's like 2 units?
Yeah, he's fairly symmetrically spaced out. He's got that unit of 10 Volkites, and he's got
then he's got the heroes there behind there as well. So he's got 2 units there and 2 units on the other side, and then 1 in the deep strike. So yeah, he does have units going on here too.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this deployment, there's one sort of a distribution of objectives that can be more beneficial to Ronya than the others, and that would be the diagonal for her upper left side to be further down.
Yeah.
And if she gets that, then she has a lot of control.
Yeah, definitely. If she gets that direction where it's on her left flank, where she is farther up ahead, has more bodies, definitely.
On the other hand, I don't see the same benefit for Albin if the objective goes the other way.
Not really. It depends on the Magma Droth. I think it all depends on what the Magma Droth can accomplish.
That is true.
If the Magma Droth can pull ahead and start clearing up, then that could be beneficial to him. He might also want the one on the far side, possibly, but he does have low movement, so...
But the Magma Droth really only has one good way into the battle, and that's to Albin's left, going up the center, since it's a foot monster.
It is.
And he has his own forge standing there. It's spent, but it's still there. And he does lose a lot of inches moving over that hill.
Yeah.
So
it has to go around.
So that could actually also be a sort of a point for Ronya to put a heavy weight of her army on her left side.
Yeah.
So
so that Magma Droth doesn't get into it.
The risk is that Magma Droth won't reach anything.
That is true. However, we do have the Boingrot Bounders there, ready to be chewed up. So.
Sorry, at least not the entire army, as was commenting earlier.
Exactly, as someone was saying earlier here that it could clear the entire army. Well, you'll have to pace itself. Yeah. But at the moment, the center is pretty much where it's at. So. Oh, okay. So Ronya is running through a possible issue here.
She could be failing her objective,
could possibly be failing her battle tactic because
it looks like she gets it.
Okay. It seems like they figured out a way for him to get there. That was, terrain can be treacherous.
Yep.
It can happen.
It's not impassable, but it can be sort of tough to maneuver.
Yes, you still have the physical aspect of it. Has Ronya really denied the whole of her side?
More or less.
More or less, yeah.
We have a 10 deep striking Volkites still.
Yeah.
So she
is trying to keep a wide net kind of here, just to keep the bubbles up for the deep strikes, to watch out for those. She knows all about deep strikes after playing a lot of Night Haunt with all the deep strikes there. But what we are seeing now, though, is that she is kind of consolidating her back right flank here. So that does technically leave an open space for deep strikes, but at the moment there's no point in deep striking there anyway.
It's much better for Albin to keep that until in turn 3.
Yeah, turn 3 is when he wants that deep strike, so he can put extra bodies on securing whatever objective he needs to get bodies on. That is definitely the plan.
It'll be interesting if it takes another big loss.
They are going far.
Oh yeah. That must be a run, right?
I assume so. I see a die. But that could also be the run for the guys in the back. But this is far.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. That is just. Oh, that is not a run. It's just a good move.
It's a good move.
Yeah, it's a squiggler in action, as we can see here. The squiggler is really pushing them forward.
It's a squiggler, and that means she can charge that big unit into those 10. And if she does that, then
they are tied up big time.
Yeah. That means Albin,
that's a roadblock.
in many ways, loses the center line as well.
Yes. Because then he'll just have to rely on the ones on the left back, which are actually a little bit farther to the back. It depends also here if Ronya wants to tie up both those units of 10, but that might be a bit risky. Because 20 angry dwarves hitting on you, that's still gonna hurt for the post.
It is.
So most likely she'll just try to roadblock one unit while tying up the other.
Yeah. Probably.
That's what I would say is the likely outcome here. Depending on how much damage she can do, she might be able to, decimate one of the units at least, and then still being in the way for the other one, so it doesn't get to the center, denying even more victory points to Albin, meaning he can't get to the objective.
That is true. You see a roll, it's a redeploy, I suppose. Yep.
Yeah.
Redeploys. It's the heroes. Right? Oh.
Yep, it's a redeploy on the 10 in the back.
Yeah. Keep the 10 in the front.
The central 10, yeah. Yeah, and there was of course a 6, as you could see, because he was moving up very far.
Yep. That is not the direction the Fireflies want to go.
Yeah, that's there are no objectives back there.
No.
What are they doing? There's no Urgol to be found.
Yep, nope. But there's a lot less.
There's a lot less angry
balls of teeth.
Exactly, angry biting balls. Maybe they can.
Ronya was threatening both of those 10s.
Yes.
And now she's probably only able to reach one of them.
No, yeah. Now it's just the one.
Yeah, but that's still 1/6.
Oh yeah.
Of his army, so.
Definitely, and I can then also see the Squig Herd doing a sizable chunk of damage to those.
Yeah. So this is supposed. This was exactly what I was worried about when Albin gave it away, but
yeah. And we'll also have to see how because these squigs also, when they're up in your face, they can explode and do a lot of damage that way, and they can just be annoying in many ways. So you don't want to be too close to them when they start going off to different directions here.
It's nasty stuff.
This nasty stuff, yeah. These creatures are just made out of nasty. Yeah, sure. Depending on the buffs, yes. The 10 Volkites can take out the Squig Herd.
But on the other hand, we saw 10 Volkites do absolutely zero.
Exactly. But we just saw them do nothing to the Boingrots. So the Squig Herd doesn't have the same save characteristics, especially no Mystic Shield or anything. But they also, if they get to fight first, they can. If they can take out a chunk of those Volkites.
Yeah, and even if Ronya loses half of them, she has 2 of the Indomitable Triumphs.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if half of them go. There's still going to be a roadblock, and that's the point of them right now. To box Albin in and just keep him in his deployment, keep him from scoring. Yeah, the Boingrots are good tanks, as we were seeing here in the chat. They have a 4-up save. They're pretty tough for gits.
For squigs.
Yeah,
for gits.
Little gits and squigs, and all of a sudden they have really good save.
So noble knights of mischief.
Exactly. They're plate-clad warriors of Very much boinginess.
Yeah, it's fun to say boing.
Yeah, boing. Yep, that is the best word, boing. At least in their book. Also, a boing-grot. What is a boing-grot?
Well, it's something that goes boing.
Something that goes boing. With a hooked nose.
Yep.
And pointy sticks. 5 impact hits.
Yep. So there is.
We're getting a couple of mortals in there. The 1 or 2 looks like probably 1 lost, yeah. 1
half
dwarf
of those
to the
we
impact.
saw in the last charge.
Yeah. This is not at all as impactful of a charge, and and now they don't have any buffs.
Yeah.
So they will not be doing nearly the same amount of damage. We could definitely see some boing grots go.
And the Squigger gets a 10 in charge.
And that is a ruthless charge from the Squig herd, just as we expected here. They are going in, and they are going to move up really far now with that 10-inch charge. Definitely.
On the other tables, we haven't seen any results come in yet.
We have not seen any results or anything like that.
Still been about an hour.
And unfortunately, our second camera is offline at the moment, I can see. So we're going to need to do some teching with that.
Sorry?
Our second camera is offline at the moment.
Okay.
So we are going to have to do some teching to make that work again.
I see.
We shall have a quick... We'll just have to grab our lead tech in just a sec here if we can get that working.
Yeah. But... it'll be interesting to see if he can kill some of the boing grots now that they're unbuffed.
Yeah, that would really be necessary for him to do here. He needs to start taking some of the threats off the board, and the boing grots is the main threat. Is there any matchups? Let's have a look at any do we have any matchups? We have any ideas on here?
Just a second.
See if we can... We don't have an update there on that. So, what kind of matchups do we have? What are we looking at? Let's have a look at our tournaments here.
I'm wondering if we should be able to get... But at the top of the table, we have Adams versus Nils. And Nils is playing Soulblight. So yeah, it's a Soulblight mirror, so to speak.
That is interesting. Seems like they're both thinking Legion of Blood and Zombie Dragons, so that's a game, I suppose. It's really about who gets the...
It's a counter charge with the redeployed Volkites
into the Squig herd.
Into the Squig herd.
Yes, and but they also have fight on death buff now on the Squig herd. So this is gonna be a slugfest.
This is why, this is when they're hitting each other with the buffs.
Oh yes, everyone's just gonna go nuts.
We have Tom Basford with his Sylvanet.
Yes.
He's facing up against Christian's Cardon Overlords.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Because they both have shooty armies.
Yeah, and I know that Tom has said that Cardon Overlords isn't the favorite.
That is the bane of his army in many ways, I believe, because that amount of firepower with that amount of rend, that is rough for the Sylvanet.
Yeah,
they don't have a lot of wounds; they have quality in wounds rather than quantity.
Yeah, so it would be interesting to know. We haven't got that information. Which list Tom has chosen? He has a couple of different options there.
Yes.
For heavy shooting and or whether he should go for or more balanced or
yes,
exactly.
Still
quite
or
heavy.
Magic based. There's one as well. Mm-hmm.
So but as soon as we get any information about the results coming in from the other tables, we'll provide them. So the +1 damage on the dwarves against the boing grots.
No. I believe it's on the.
Those counter charging.
The counter charging ones. Yes, the counter charging ones are the ones with the damage buff. All the dwarves are fighting on death.
Yep.
So these are like sacrificial charges into the Squiggers just to get rid of the Squigs. That's the point here now. Just get rid of them.
But he really needs to clear it, because if Ronya gets just 1 or 2 to survive and then can rally them, then
that would make it terrible for him. So that's why I went for extra damage too.
Yeah.
is because they don't have as much saves, so that damage is going to be very valuable. That's true. As opposed to on the Boingrots.
Oh, we see the attacks into the Boingrots up here.
Yeah,
we can zoom in perhaps on those dice. It's a happy face from Albin, but that could be a...
Oh, those are good rolls.
Oh yeah, I can see that
happy.
Those
are very good rolls. I can see why he's happy. That is a whole lot of rolls. Like 3 misses out of all of those dice.
Out of 30 dice, so 35 or something like that.
Oh my. Now Ronya is counting dice here. Oh, and that is
not as a happy face, as happy a face from Ronya.
That seems to be quite a bit of damage.
Oh, many of the Boingrots will be lifted off.
It looks like it. Let's see how many of them actually bit the bullet there. Oh, no, that was
the Grots. Okay.
So it wasn't on the Boingrots. Sorry.
Even more important in many ways.
48 damage into the Squig Herd.
Oh,
that
that's
was the counter-charging
2/3 of the unit.
Yeah.
It's insane that it is only 2/3 of the unit.
That it is, though. All the wounds. So they're down to a third left. That was a very, very, very good counter charge for him. That was like that really paid off that gamble.
It really did. That was the
buffed unit.
The double damage.
That was definitely the buffed unit. I don't think the other ones would have done enough.
Oh my!
No, but that is definitely a big deal here. They are going to get to fight back, I believe, now because of the buff. So we might lose a couple of dwarves here. Yeah.
Yeah, they have fight on death, so it's 24.
So 24 fighting on death, depending on how many get in to fight, but most of them probably will.
Yeah, most of them will probably.
They haven't all been piled in though, so we'll have to see how that goes now.
But the other unit, if Albin gets the same result, then he should clear the remaining 12 with the remaining unit.
Depending on if the remaining unit is still in combat or not.
Yeah, or if it's actually standing, because he seems to be biting. Yeah. Since the upper unit is the remaining unit, where the losses are taken and dealing damage back.
Yeah, you might lose some of those.
Yeah, probably so. But to rally them back, Ronya needs to get them out of combat, which gives.
But that's not gonna happen because this is still Ronya's turn.
Yeah.
So.
It's still Ronya's turn, but they have a priority coming up for the next turn.
What do you mean? No, this is.
It is Ronya's turn to. Sorry.
We are still at the top of turn 2 now.
We're top of turn 2.
Albin will
still
get the chance to take them off the board. I don't see that not happening. That should not be exactly. You can't rally. Oh, you can't rally the herd, but they have their own. They have their own built-in rally kind of thing with their handlers, with the herders. Yes, so they have their own version of it.
Sorry, good.
Hi there, Casper.
Herd can't receive commands.
Good to see you. Welcome.
I stand corrected.
You stand corrected.
Yeah.
9 damage back from the dying Squigs.
Thank you.
Not too bad.
We have our first result here.
Wow, we already have a completed match. Damn.
And that would be Felix versus Thomas.
Oh wow.
That's a big win for Felix.
That is because his list is 6 models. 6 Stonehorns. They just go in, smash everything up, and that's it. And I guess that's what happened here.
It's a 26-6.
That's a big win. But that's kind of what you expect at this point, because you can see that he's pretty much wiped here, the opponent in the first 2 turns, and that's it. Amazing.
Let's see. How they were in the standings, these players. I don't want Paris in standing. Yep.
No, that would be October.
Where do we have Dilsvall, Thomas? Thomas there we have. They were both on a win.
Yeah.
So, but Felix has had a minor win.
Yeah, exactly.
Which puts him on a 7 points.
And Thomas had Thomas playing Seraphon.
So it was Voldemort Tribes versus Seraphon. Interesting. That is interesting because Felix will probably not be able to play for the trophy.
Probably not, no.
And even though you shouldn't give up on it. But
definitely not, because that it can still happen.
Yeah, depending on. But he really needs to get lucky with his pairings and other people's pairings. But anyway, which means that we now are dropping out. That we are sort of culling the field of
potential tops. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is how it goes.
Yeah.
So we are seeing. Oh, okay. We see that there was some more damage. We were not done with the fight on death there. Another 12 damage. That's 21 damage from the Squig herd when they died.
Yeah. So it's 10 dead, but it's not all from the same, which means that he still has both of those.
Exactly.
And those can rally, even not as good.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good. It's a lot of different factions to keep track of.
There we have it. And now staying outside of 3. Mm-hmm. That's a good plan for removing the models. Let's see if he can do that.
Can be done.
Oh, it has to do the fight on death, of course, because they fight back on death when they fought. That's the funny part, where they fight on death, and then if you kill me, I'm gonna kill you back after you kill me. Even
this is. And now, I thought we saw that comment earlier in the game that the clock will be a major issue.
Definitely.
And Ronya is down to 43 minutes remaining after her turn 2 isn't done yet.
Yeah, that is a lot.
That's a lot. That's more than half a time.
Yes, and also that we have the fight on death will mean that they get to kill the Squigs, and then the Squigs, when they die, will fight back on death, and then maybe you'll get more fight on death. So they just keep on fighting until there's no one left. Amazing. We'll see how that happens now. What comes next? The thing, of course, now is that whatever dies will not be able to get in range, most likely, to fight back when he dies, because he won't have any models left within reach. Possibly 1 or 2 if they are just within the 4-inch there, but I don't think so. Could be 1 or 2, yeah.
That's a lot less models up there.
It is, of course. But we'll be losing another 1 or 2 Squigs, it looks like here. A couple of Squigs. 4 more Squigs dead.
The 4 dead Squigs. Leaves 8 remaining in that herd.
Should be. Oh, just 3 of the fight on death guys got in there. Because you can't pile on fight on death guys.
That is true, which means that these 4 dead Squigs can't attack.
No. Fight on death versus fight on death is fight on death versus fight on death can just go on forever, but it's fun. It's fun. I like it. I think it's thematic as hell.
It is.
Love it. It's great.
And since you won't pile and you measure from the dead model, then it does sort of trickle out.
Yeah, it does. It does. Second batch of models to die fight before the first batch because the core rule. Oh yeah, that is strange. Makes no sense. Yeah, and of course we have the Flamekeepers buffed up to their teeth now with all the dead dwarves going on.
Yeah, so a lot of lava death.
Yeah, so we're gonna see those buffs do some good work now when it actually becomes Albin's turn after all this. It's gonna be interesting.
He gets a 4-up rally.
He does get a 4-up rally, I believe.
That is good if he has that double losses.
And then you can also get the extra damage.
See if we can get some remaining.
Here come the Boingots now. Let's see what they do.
What's remaining of the Boingots? They are not buffed this time around. Not in the same way as they were.
Exactly, and not all of them are in there. There's you can see like a tail there, edging out. So.
Yep.
I don't see them doing nearly as much damage this time around.
Was it a mistake by Ronya to charge the large squig herd into those two? Well, did she underestimate?
Possibly. I think the counter charge with a +1 damage, that was a really good move by Albin.
Yeah.
That really affected the outcome big time, because now
if he manages to rally up those 2 units again, then he gets to swing back that momentum.
So
even though they are further back, then
it seems like his plan actually is starting to come together here. We'll just have to see how it goes with the Boingrots here. But he does definitely have potential to turn this around, especially if he gets that double 2 to 3.
Yep.
That's going to be a big thing for him. That's going to be huge. Especially, but now he also needs to get that Magmadot in there. He needs to do some work. It's time. It might have been placed a bit too far in the back.
Depends on how far Ronya moves up those Boingrots up. And if she kills a lot of that unit now...
That's true.
then that sort of clears the way.
Yeah. It's a time trap, yes, it is a time trap indeed.
Well, we're seeing less and less models. The game will be more and more easy to play.
Definitely.
For these coming.
That is what we're looking for here. Things to die, models to be picked off the table, even though we like looking at them. This is the game of Warhammer.
There's a lot of saves. Or is attacks?
No,
attacks, of course. That's attacks.
It would be attacks, yes, but
which
not.
Means that
they said the ward saves. Oh, there was a lot of damage going through them from the Boingrot still. That is more than I expected, for sure.
Quite a lot of
That's
sixes.
That's like at least half of the unit dying there.
There's 2 separate units there,
so
he needs to sort of 10.5 dead dwarf, which means that 21 damage going through from the
How did that happen?
Wow.
I did not expect to see that much damage.
Not on the upper on the well, the Magmadot is sort of cleared up.
It's free to go.
Yep. But that is the whole unit of Volkites.
They all get to fight on death, I suppose. So we'll at least get some attacks in on the Boingrots. But now the Magmadot has to... now the Boingrots have... Or the Magmadot has to go in and do something about those Boingrots, because they are the threat here.
You can't have them remove 1 unit per turn.
No, that's gonna be a rough story then for Albin. He really needs to fight back, Take some of those. Oh, that was good
rolling
back. Yeah, good rolling back.
Seems to be 8 saves to be made.
Yeah. 6, 9, 10 saves. Oh, that is a couple of saves, half save, more or less. 3 ups. Can it be really? Oh, all out defense most likely then, possibly.
Okay.
That could be the idea. Yeah, all out defense. That's what we heard. That's why we're seeing the 3 up saves actually working.
Yeah.
The Fire Slaves really need that rend to bite through those. But the Magmadot does have some rend, so...
Yep. And he still has the rend rune to be used.
He still has the rend rune available.
And he needs to have Volkites to use the rend rune.
Yeah, and that's the thing, so he might want to pop that now as well. Just really hammer in and go through those Boingrots. Because he needs to start moving up too.
So the Boingrots, they can reach 3 attacks, 3s and 2s, rend 4 damage 2 with mortal wounds and 6s.
Oh, and things are okay. Just a little bit of damage from the squigs as they run up to into the forest of mushrooms somewhere. Live happily ever after. Yeah, just one single mortal wound. Not too bad. Like
but they get to come back now that Squigs, right? Perhaps.
I believe they should come back half of them or something along those lines, right? With the Loon Shrine, if they haven't changed that stuff up.
Shouldn't have.
Yep, and the Squig Hairs, they are coming back, just as predicted.
It's another 36 wounds then.
Yep, that is a lot of wounds to chew through. But he's done it once before, he can do it again.
Exactly.
At least they aren't
at the
in
cost
his face now.
Oh, well, actually...
I mean, if he rallies now...
Yeah, if Albin rallies it back.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so the clammy hand let them come back there, otherwise it would have been rough.
That is true. Oh yeah, so there's a reroll on that.
There's a reroll, yes. Otherwise they would not have come back yet.
Not at all a swinging 4-up roll.
Not at all.
But anyway, yeah, if Albin rallies back his
it's a more or less full.
Yeah, and then that trade-off for...
Yeah.
Well, has been in favor of him.
Definitely, because he still gets his buffs up from the Flamekeepers, so he got all the points back on them. So now it's just really to punch back, and if he can get the double, that's
so if Ronya hadn't charged in there, she would have 36 Morgengroths standing in the center line, screening off those Volkites, forcing...
Yeah, Ronya does have the fight of that. That is true.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think he really needs the double.
If he gets the double, it's gonna put him in a good position.
Yeah, he's basically still in his own deployment zone.
Yeah, he is down on points quite heavily.
Yep.
So he's going to have to get a battle tactic that works for him.
Yep.
He's going to have to score, at least get his 2 points. If he can't get the objective, he might be able to get the objective. There aren't a lot of bodies on it, but he's going to have to get good charges in there, get 2 units of Volkites on the objective to take it.
He can't really sort of ignore the objective for another turn.
We have a question how the clock works. Well, the clock works pretty simply that whichever player is actively doing something in the game has their clock ticking down. Yeah. Both players have an hour and a half of the 3 hours allotted for the game each. And it's really just when it's your turn and you're actively moving your models or rolling your dice, it should be on you. When your opponent does it, you switch it over. So if you're rolling attacks, you have it on you. When you're done rolling your attacks and the opponent needs to save, you'll pass it over so the opponent gets to roll their dice. And you just pass it back and forth that way to try to ensure that both players get to interact with the game as much as possible to an equal degree.
Yeah, and the principle really is that when you're done with your things, you have the time over to your opponent.
You pass it over to them.
Yeah, so that makes it really easy to sort of keep track of, because you're not responsible to take the time, you're responsible to hand it back.
Exactly.
So it works
but
with,
we do
with
have,
your own incentives.
Exactly. We do have a bit of a rule going on here as well, which is a rule that I'm very much in favor of, and that is that nobody is to knowingly abuse the clock. For example, if there's someone who is not quite as experienced using the clock and they might forget passing it over, you are compelled to help your opponent remember the clock. If you are seen actively choosing not to help your opponent, that is actually going to be a rules violation, and you could get punished for it. So that is a good thing in my opinion, because I want this to be sportsmanlike. I want it to be good times and good feelings. Even though we're competing on a high level here, I still think that everyone should be able to do it with a happy and content heart. That this is a match. It's not about manipulation in that sense.
I don't think you have to go that far, really. I mean, it is about not cheating.
Yes.
In the same way that you're not cheating is not just getting away with things. It's
exactly.
Even if you do get away with stuff, then you're still cheating.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
And incorrect measurement is well,
it's still
incorrect.
cheating. Yeah. It's not following the rules.
Yeah. So the same goes, I suppose, if you're noticing that your opponent has, I don't know, a bent measuring stick that or mislabeled or it's broken or something that, so they believe they are moving 6 inches when they really are moving 5, and you notice that and clearly sort of choose not to
try to
inform you.
Yeah, exactly, and try to keep it fair.
Yeah,
actively trying.
Then you are cheating.
Yes.
Because, yeah. So, I'd like to know which battle tactic Albin is picked.
Yes. So there's eye for an eye, of course. Makes total sense. And the Rend Rune, definitely. Oh, we have the enhanced effect on the Magma Droth. So we have a rally of 4 dwarves, and we have the 2 Rend on the Magma Droth instead of 1 for the once per game rune. Yeah, the enhanced effect. So we can see that the Magma Droth is going in now.
Yeah, it's going. This is when Albin needs to start to turn the game
We also
around.
see that we have the invocation coming up here. Try to just get some extra mortal wounds up in there.
We got an extra prayer from the forge.
Yes.
So it's up extra +1.
+1 on the prayers, so we can get the invocation up easier as well.
Yeah, because I mean, he needs that. He needs to clear those Boingrots.
Oh yes, they need to go. That's so essential for him now. But that's also why he's going all in on the Rend, because the Boingrots are the ones that he needs to Rend on.
Yeah.
And that's just what's going to go down now.
We should be able to do that.
Especially now that we also have the buffs from the Flamekeepers here. Might have been 1 for the rally, but we still have 1 left. We could probably see +1 damage or something similar going in there. The question is, of course, will it be on the Volkites or can they use it on the Magma Droth?
I don't know, actually.
It would be interesting to see on the Magma Droth with all that Rend. That could be a lot of damage.
See if we can get another result from the table.
We do have another result. What do we have here?
Which table is it? Is it table 12?
Yes.
That Bobbin is asking for.
Is that so? No.
No.
It is not. So this is Sebastian Heberg and Anders. I don't remember what is his.
Jesper?
Yeah. Oh. Come on. So. Yeah, we can see the invocation now is doing a lot of damage around here, and we'll just get to this result in a moment. But yep, there are a lot of mortal wounds going around here, and we are seeing models being picked off. Things are looking from it.
Wow. Yeah.
So we had, let's see which table.
It's table 9. No? Table 9. Right?
Oh, and now it exploded and disappeared in vacation. it did so much damage, it's just I'm out of here.
It's
yes,
Anders versus
Gustafsson, yes, and then Sebastian Heberg. So Slanesh versus Slanesh. There's a lot of mirrors going on now. And in that one, we saw Sebastian take that home pretty solidly as well, 24/7.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see these mirrors going so heavily. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see how the rest of the mirrors are working out.
I don't know what other mirrors.
It's a good it had to leave the board. Yes, that's a good way of putting it.
I'm done now.
I'm done now.
Vacation.
So, yep, that's how you do it. I'm out of here. Okay, so now we have the
Volkites
going up. There are getting a little bit in the way of the Magma Droth. I hope it can get around there.
That's the one we really want to see.
Yeah, okay, he can get up on the side there. He has good moves. So.
You do lose a lot of movement by going around
that. You do.
I mean, and often that is something as a player. I really sort of need be observant about, because it's very easy to sort of be too overly generous when you measure your own movement.
Definitely, especially when you have these these oval bases.
Yeah, which so Ronya pointed that out to Albin and had him go in sections instead.
Exactly, because there was a rotation needed for it. And we have a consideration of the redeploy here, because she really doesn't want that magma dot to get in there.
Yeah.
We have a redeploy, and we cannot see the roll.
So that's why the reroll.
Oh, that seems to be. How far is that? It's like, that's still a couple of inches, 3 or 4 inches. It seems.
That's a lot. I mean,
that is a long shot.
A 5-inch redeploy. That might be enough to keep
them alive, yes.
And keep the magma dot out of the
mainly
combat.
that.
That is what keeps them alive.
Yes. If the magma dot doesn't get in there, and that's what we're seeing now here, when you hide the big monsters behind these big blocks units, that can be dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, Albin should have probably moved those 10 Volkites up in the middle.
Yeah, he should have moved those to the east left instead, and open up the space next to the wall.
Definitely.
That would have been the smart move, I think.
So the Nils versus...
Then the magma dot would have a straight shot there.
Is that reported, the top, the Nils Valberg versus Adam?
I do not think that's reported yet. No, it's not done yet. They are not done.
They are not done yet.
We're just starting to get very few results here. We are not that far. We are about halfway into the round so far, just past halfway. So there's still a lot to go on here. Yes.
Okay, so Albin's moving up to the center line, which is very good for him. This is the result of sort of him clearing those squeaks.
The squeaks, yes. Now he can start gaining momentum as well, and that's why the double now would help him really capitalize on that, especially once he knows where the objectives land.
Yeah, but if he does not get that magma dot up into the Boingrots,
yes.
I'm wondering, can those 2 units of Volkites, even with a symbol run the buff, take those out?
Possibly with the plus damage, but it's a big ask.
Yeah.
In my book.
And I mean, isn't that sort of the only unit he can reach for the eye for eye?
Yes, it is.
Interesting.
So there is a gamble aspect. He really needs that long charge now from the magma drop.
Absolutely.
And that's why it's that was a rough part there, that he did not make the space for it to go straight into the point.
I would read. Okay, you zoom up to that that measuring tape. See what we have, what number we have on that chart. We missed that.
We missed that. But I'm guessing that looks like a bit like a maybe.
Oh, it's up to a 12-inch.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if it's quite as much, but maybe a 10-inch charge.
It can be that.
I think that could be a 10-inch charge.
Yeah, I mean, Ronya moved that boy and got 5 inches away.
Yeah.
So.
It could be more than a 10-inch.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it's around there. Could be 11.
He can charge. He needs to charge those Volkites standing in the way first as well, because otherwise he loses another 1 or 2 inches.
The Volkites have to go first, definitely. Because
so which means that they need to make their own 7 charge or 8-inch charge or whatever it is.
Exactly.
So
there's a lot of good charge rolls needed here for something to happen. Don't even think it's less than 12. No.
Yeah, but it can still make the roll if.
We have to look at the straight line here, because that's like the optimal.
Yeah, and if let's say it's a straight line at 12-inch, but or 11 or whatever, but it's 12 and a half moving around the dwarfs, then he can make the charge.
He can still make the charge.
By rolling a 12.
Yeah.
But it needs to get
within half an inch. That's it.
But if it's rough. More than 12 and a half.
That redeploy really made things a lot harder.
Yeah, really. It's when used well.
Yeah, definitely.
So it looks like Albin picked up some dice here.
Yeah.
What's he going to do?
You're looking. Maybe there's going to be some throwing access. I think there's going to be some throwing access.
No, I think he's rolling the charge.
Is he rolling the charge already?
Looks like it.
Yeah. We have the first charge in it. Yep,
6-inch charge by that.
Good enough to get them in there.
Oh, it's a 4 by that. It looked like a 6 on the tire.
It's a 4 and a 2.
I see. Yep.
We have them there. they're just trying to get in there. He's looking to maybe see if he can reach something else to try to Skragrott. I think Skragrott is standing. No, that's not Skragrott.
No, not Skragrott. It's the Loon Boss then.
Yeah, it's the other. Boingrots, I think it's just the Boingrots there and nothing else.
This has evolved into a really interesting game.
It is. Oh, it's so cool. Yeah. Exactly there. Yeah, the Skraggles is the
he's got
but the Gobapalooza is the one that we can
Ah, yeah, I was thinking it was
that's the only thing that he could possibly reach. But I not even that is. I don't think he reaches with a 6. He probably needs to have a longer charge for that. Yeah. They did get in with their 18 charge there.
But he needs to be. He can furthest to the left.
Yeah.
That's
that
a
bit dangerous there. To put it that way.
It can be sort of blocking another half.
He really needs to watch that angle.
Yeah, and Ronya needs to do as well because Albin. Is that? Is the Magma with charge? It's a 3 and
but I don't think that's enough.
No.
So he might need to do a reroll on that if he has a command points for it.
I hope they are they have agreed on a number that Albin needs to be able to get the
No 6-inch hard reroll. I'm guessing he needed at least a 10 there.
At least a 10.
Yeah. 10 or 11. So.
And that was nice. I think by doing that 18 charged in the way he did, I think he lost another inch.
Yeah.
Because exactly as you're saying in the chat, the base is 4.7 inches.
Yeah. He really needed to have made that space in the movement phase to make sure that the Magnoth didn't have to run all the way around.
Yeah.
We have a +2 damage stacking buff here. Yep.
The Flamekeeper.
The double Flamekeeper plus damage. So we have damage 3 attacks here now.
And they have another rend with an extra rend, so it's rend 2 on those, right? Or no?
They might have. Do they have any rend space? They might not have any rend space. Yeah, so they have 1 rend from the thingy. But I don't know if they have any rend based Volkites. I cannot remember that for the life of me. You might be able to check that up.
Yeah, and have a look at the war scroll.
Yep. Because rend 2 would really work. Rend 1, not so sure.
Damage 3 is fantastic.
Definitely.
But it needs to get through to be.
I know, hopefully, of course, he'll be using an all-out attack here to hitting on 2s. Most likely. That's nice. Let's see how much we can get through here. Oh, looks like it's pretty good. I'm seeing good dice rolls here.
Yeah, there's no original rend, so it's only rend 1.
So it's just rend 1 though, yeah. That's quite a bit of saves, and they're all damage 3 here, so these are super important saves for Ronya now.
1s and 2s will make...
Oh, those are good saves. Oh, those are very good saves though.
Oh, look at those saves.
I'm not sure they're gonna die.
It's about half.
Yeah.
Going through, it's 3, 5, 9, but it's
10. That's 30 damage.
30
that's enough to take them out.
Yeah.
Depending on the because they don't have the ward right now, do they? They don't have the ward anymore. So maybe it's enough then. Or they just have to fight on death, I suppose.
Yeah. Which means they all die, which means it's a battle tactic.
Yeah. The question, of course, is though, will he take the objective now? We don't know that for sure.
If he does kill and he hasn't piled with the other unit of
Vulkites, they might be able to pile in and kill something else. If there's anything left to kill.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. We'll see how this goes.
Interesting.
But that damage 3, like double +1 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like about 7. Yes, exactly. So it depends on how many of his Volkites die now. But as long as he doesn't use too many to the Boingrots.
Yeah, he's got 2 units of them.
Yeah, the problem is, of course, the ones in the back will be able to, when they die, attack the other unit.
Yeah.
So we will lose some dwarves to that side as well. Okay, not stellar rolls from Ronya here, it seems. Ooh, yeah, that is not a lot.
Just to continue on the question of the clock,
yes.
If either player runs out of time,
you don't want to do that. That's for sure.
Sorry?
You do not want to do that.
No, you really don't, because everything you do is a fail. You won't get to make any choices whatsoever. All your rolls are counted as maximum fails, so your bravery rolls are 6s and all your saves are 1s.
Yeah.
And so you don't make any attacks, even if you're sort of
you are not
obligated to in the core rules, but nope.
No moving, no attacks, nothing.
No.
So it's pretty much you're out of the game.
Yeah. Your models are standing where they are and they still score, because you can still count the scoring.
They do,
and
but
stuff
that's
like
it.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't take your army off the board.
No.
But they are just obstacles.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can see that a couple of the dwarves went, but not enough of them. So there might very well be an objective contesting here, but it's... Ooh.
1, 2, 3. There's a character in there for 2 models. And I believe...
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure he has enough. I do think
it's
Ronya
has... It's like 4, 5, 6, 7...
Ronya has 11 models worth of it.
What's that?
And I do
7.
not think he has enough.
Perhaps he's counting all of them because he needs to... yeah.
Right, of course, yes, because you still have the pile-in.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you can pile in and then...
Oh, I thought that was the unit that was attacking, but it was actually the top unit that was attacking. Then it's fine, because now you can pile them onto there and grab that objective. That is a good play. And if he gets the double now, that is good. That is good momentum. But he has to get that Magmadroth somewhere as well. He has to do something.
The Magmadroth has used his once per game extra rend, but on the other hand, the Boingrots with a heavy save is gone.
Yeah, that was the target for the rend anyway. Now it just needs to do something, I think. But we'll just have to see where the objectives land.
Oh, what's that?
What was that?
Was that a bravery or?
Yeah, I think that was the bravery, and he rolled a 1, so he's good. And they were saying like a 6 costs 1 to run away, I suppose.
Which could have been for the control
objective. So, but that that looks
See
like 4 points. 4 points.
Yep.
For Albin, and we're going for priority for turn 3 here over battle.
It's a good pickup for Albin.
Definitely, this is going to be. So first we're going to have the objectives. And then we're going to have the priority, I believe. So we're going to see what happens to the objectives.
Should update the score for Ronya. It's still an 8-6 lead, right?
Yeah, still 8-6 lead. The Flamekeepers, yes, exactly. The Flamekeepers are charged up when Fire Slayers die, Fire Slayers models. But they did lose a few, so I don't know if they're fully charged up, but they... No, I don't think 6 of them died.
I'm not sure, actually.
I don't think we have... Okay, he doesn't have that noted there. He's probably keeping tabs somewhere else. Yeah, it looks like there, if you can see 2 dice, there are 3s, that could be it. Because I think he lost 3 models.
So the clock is on Albin's side, who is... Yep, we have a split.
Yeah.
And it's the even split.
It's the even split. And that's actually not too bad for Albin. I think that's pretty much what he was playing for as well.
Yeah, it's probably the best because now he has.
As you can see that flank now, the Magmadorth can just go there totally unopposed if it wants to. You can also do the deep strike, which might actually be the better idea, depending a bit on where he needs those models. He might need them at the top there though, because there are still those Squig herds, the half unit of 16 Squig herd, 18 Squig herd.
Exactly,
and need to come back.
Yeah. But all those Fire Slayers in the middle, all those 20, are now in the wrong place by 15 inches.
They are.
Who won that priority? Because we have a sort of a...
That is it too. I think Ronya might have won it. Oh, Albin got it!
Albin got it.
This is interesting. Now we're seeing what
That
they
is
can do.
very important for him.
Because now we can actually use the fact that they are there. Oh, yeah, Ronya rolled the 1. We saw the 2 from Albin, we didn't see the 1 from Ronya. Oh, this is rough for Ronya.
Yeah, because now he can use them to tie up those...
Exactly, he can make something of it, because otherwise Ronya, if Ronya would have gotten it, she could have just gotten out of there, and they would just be sitting there dead in the water doing nothing. Now they can at least make use of themselves, take out as much as possible, whilst moving slowly outwards.
I'm guessing Albin will deep strike.
He will definitely do that now. He has to do it.
To the bottom objective, I suppose, which leaves the Magmadorth to move up into the middle.
Yeah, free to go in and actually clean up there and keep moving. Because if you can just keep the Magmadorth controlling the center, nothing will get to the objective at the bottom.
Exactly.
And you can just stand there and score that every single turn. The fight will be for the top objective, most likely.
Most likely, yes. Since that's where Ronya got her 18 models.
Exactly.
Which are more than, I think it was 5, something like that, 5 slays up there, even though they will probably rally now as well.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't actually lost that much. He's lost 2 units of 10 out of his 60. And then he has lost a couple. Whilst Ronya has lost her 15 unit of Boingrots, and she has lost half her Squig herd in a sense. Meaning that it's going to be a bit of a rough uphill here just to get back in position and actually do enough damage to take out those units.
We have to remember that Albin is down 2 points.
Yes, definitely. He still has to work really hard for his victory points now and secure everything, even with the double. The double is the optimal situation for him, but yes, the 8 Boinger Pounders coming back, that's also going to be rough. They just keep on coming back.
Okay, are we getting more table results?
We are getting more results here.
Exciting. That's table number.
We don't have the table number here, so we'll have to check what table it is.
Philip versus Rickard on table. This is standing. No.
No, yeah, you have to go to the. If you go to the Paris. There we go. So it would be here, number 5, table 5. And on table 5, what we had, let's see, Philip and Rickard. So so Rickard was playing Korn and Philip.
Not a mirror.
Yes. So Soulblight won that one, 20-9. So that was a winner for Philip. And then we have Konstantinos and Gabriel. That would be
down a bit.
You can close that. That would be table 10. The real fiddler. And so Gabriel's playing Gloomspite, so we had Korn against Gloomspite, and Korn won that one very decisively.
So it's mortar wounds on the 6s for the game now.
Yes, for the rune. The rune was so yeah, Konstantinos won his game 25-2.
2-2. Huh?
Yes, that was a Korn going nuts on this scenario.
Taking out the revenge from it.
Definitely.
So battle tactic for Albin.
So
what do
let's
we
have a look at the battle tactic. What we have for him. He might still be choosing.
The rune is at the start of the interface.
I believe it is.
Yep. Okay.
Yes, it's all started. But he must have chosen now because he's passed over. So.
Yep. Heroic action for Ronya. True.
Gaining momentum. on the Loon Court. So gaining momentum, targeting the Loon Court. We have right here. Yeah. And rallying back those 5 dwarves that died. He got them all back. And of course now he has immortal wounds and 6s. So that's not too bad a setup. He didn't get anything.
I'll have to revise my opinion on it.
Yeah. To rally the Rune Court, might not have gotten much back.
Yeah, maybe I was overly skeptical of Albin's ability to pick this up.
It was a bit of a gamble because he had to really hold out and hope that his defense lasted long enough. But yes, Fire Slayers, like when they can get to fight back at that, and he gets, especially now that he has the buffs for extra damage, which he really needs.
Yep, absolutely.
That really turned the tide.
Yeah,
getting a double now.
And I actually think that Ronya might have overreached by engaging deeper with the Fire Slayers instead of screening using her.
I think so too, possibly, because the Fire Slayers are strong when they get to stand in a close proximity of the enemy. So getting people to come to you really eliminates their movement issue.
Yeah.
So that exactly can have been a big thing here. She does get them back eventually, most likely, but it might be too late. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're hearing that there might have been a couple of conversations that she had with herself before moving those squigs in there, and it goes to show that it was a tough decision.
Yeah.
So now we're seeing the Vagodroth moving up the center. Mm-hmm. That means that the deep strike is going to come at the bottom here.
Let's hope Albin won't forget.
If he doesn't forget it, that is true. It's just this is a stressful situation. He has to keep everything in mind here now.
Yeah. And we have the no take back rule.
And we have no take back.
So if we go from movement phase into the charge phase or the shooting phase, and he hasn't dropped them, then he hasn't dropped them.
Exactly. So we really have to.
It's not how most people play things, mostly, but it has been made very, very clear.
It has been very, very clear.
So there's no issues about it.
That people have to be very, very aware of the order of things.
And the reason is, of course, for maximum fairness.
Exactly, because how are you going to judge take
when
back?
It's too far.
Exactly, and it's also like. Becomes very subjective when a takeback is fine and when it isn't, and to some players it will be more fine than to others. So this is a good way of just eliminating all that discussion. Yeah. Even though it might feel harsh.
Yeah, sometimes. I played a game this Wednesday, and both me and my opponent we were taking back stuff from it was past round.
Oh yeah. No stress to give. Yeah. Yeah, and we are saying here that he is remembering his very most important thing to do this turn.
Yeah,
that is a good presence of mind from Albin. I am very impressed with him. So far. He's had a game plan, and this is really cool to see. That even though he's young and hasn't had a lot of experience on the tournament scene. You can see that he has the head. He has the head for this stuff.
He had this knowledge and confidence in his own army to give away the turn 2, which we both.
Yeah, we were both skeptical about. We're like, is this really the right move? But he trusted his gut, and seems like he knows what he's doing.
It's on the upper hand now. It's not a win for him in no way.
No,
yet.
but he is in a. He turned it around more than we expected him to.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he really got it. Even though there were some things like you can see here, that kind of telling of someone maybe not being super experienced, especially with the mechanics of movement in AOS, which is kind of complex. And you kind of have to go through it many times and make mistakes and learn to know when you can't block your own monsters, for instance.
Exactly.
But he still put through with that +2 damage. Oh, I'll just do it on these guys instead, and that worked in a way. So it's good that he had contingencies.
It's good to have +2 damage buffs to hand out.
+2 damage buff really helps.
Yeah. It's a good thing. And what are we seeing here? Is the axis being thrown, I suppose?
Yeah, I suppose that is. Oh, this is in Magmadroth even.
Yeah. That monster is in the game now. That is correct.
He actually gets to shoot a little bit.
I agree with that comment in the chat. Yeah, there's a stress to give a take back.
Yeah.
And because if somebody said, oh, I should have done that, and then it's, even if you're not asking for it, you are handing over a pressure, sort of a social pressure that
definitely
you should, and you're a bit of a bad guy if you don't give that take back away.
Exactly. You don't want to have like the guilt part of it.
Yeah.
So being super clear about it, that this is just how it is,
yeah.
and
you
these
are
are
not
the
allowed
rules.
to give
they
it.
are, yeah, exactly, and the rules are objective.
Yeah.
That in that sense, you won't feel any unfairness or anything like that. So, yeah. Oh, they're
Green
throwing some axes at Green Crack here.
See if it can do 10 wounds or what. Or enough to, it can kill a. If it had a.
I don't think
chosen the battle tactic in
look at these axes go. Do the mortal wounds apply to the axes? Do the mortal wounds apply to the axes? From the rune? Because he got 3 6s on those axes.
And I believe that might be what they're checking. Ronya is checking right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are mortal wounds on the axes. Yes. That is interesting. That's what the axes are for, throwing mortal wounds.
Ignominious death. Are we seeing an ignominious death happening?
Are we seeing it happen? I think the bodyguards are taking it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bodyguards are taking it.
That's good.
Oh, so bodyguard died and he died. Oh no.
Okay, those axes.
Yeah, because he
apparently if you're within the 8 inches required.
Because if you roll once, he can't pass that damage over to the bodyguards. And Ronya, unfortunately, she rolled 3 ones.
And it's a Magmadroth.
Oh, there's the Magmadroth saying hello. Yes.
7 in charge. And that should be enough for the Gobapalooza. Or the Loon Court, sorry.
The Loon Court, yes. Let's see. Okay, so he's positioned the Magmadroth there to be able to pile either way, depending on how this charge go.
Yep.
These 2 charges go now. Oh, that's a big charge. I think that's good enough to get that unit in. Let's see. Where is that? Where is that charge now? Was it the bottom one, or we say yes? I think that's on his left side. He's just getting into the Loon Court here. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's 1
10
for the charge,
going into the Loon Court and also into. I'm guessing these are maybe some snufflers in the back. No, these are the. Oh yes.
Do we have the Gobapalooza somewhere around there as well?
Yeah. Yeah, these are the Gobapalooza here are the ones with the green bases here. And then we have I believe these are the snufflers here. Standing next to the loon.
And what do we need there? When there's a 6 or 5 in charge even? For the remaining
For the Gobapalooza, yes. That would be a 5 inch or so, I think. And he is definitely making that one as well. Oh, you roll a 4, failing it, and then re-roll for a 9. Well, a 10 in charge.
Yeah, with a buff.
With a +1.
Okay,
so
they're all in there.
They're all in there. The only thing that isn't engaged is it's just a 5, the Boingrots, and then the.
And then the 18
the 18 squigs there, of course, and the shaman.
Yeah.
But
I have the feeling that it'll be cleared.
Most of it will be gone, yes, for sure.
We need to have a look at the clock. It's 27 minutes left for Albin. That's not a lot.
It's not a lot. So he has to be efficient now with his attacks and rolling, because this is just turn 3.
Yeah.
They have 2 more turns to go. I guess he's hoping that he can just
if he clears everything,
enough to not have to worry.
Then he doesn't really need to fight anymore.
No, he just needs to stay there.
Yeah. Skagroth is roared by the Magmadroth.
That means no commands being thrown out.
Received, actually. I think you can still issue them,
isn't
right?
It both? I believe it's both. Might be both, I'm not sure. Could be just receiving.
I mean, you get deaf by being roared in the face by a big monster.
That is true. So
you still have your voice left.
But can you yell
it's not the other guys that...
That is the question. These commenters are easy to follow the game, even though we're trying to put together. Oh, thank you so much for the lovely words. We are so... Cannot issue or receive. See, I told you.
Thank you, Jeff.
There you go. Thank you very much for the kind words. We are very happy to do this. We're just having a blast here.
Yeah.
And we're glad that you guys are enjoying it too.
Yeah. And this game, I like how it, as a spectated game.
Yes, this was a very interesting game to see. Really, really fun dynamics going on here. And didn't really know what to expect. Both these armies have gotten new books very recently. So we're seeing a lot of kind of new shenanigans and new ways to play it. Super cool. So he's starting out with the ones on his left flank, and that is the reasonable thing to do.
Yep.
Because if they can clear out enough in front of the Magmadroth can get in and kill Skagroth as well.
Yeah. But it is the Loon Court that needs to go for the game.
The Loon Court does need to go. He needs to focus on that, for sure. But it might also be possible for him to pile in a manner that they can't escape the Magmadroth. So the Magmadroth can be a backup to kill the Loon Court. But the Loon Court has to go. But then again, it's not a lot left in the Loon Court. Yeah. Exactly. We are seeing the allocations here. There's a...
This is where Albin needs to remember that he doesn't have a lot of time.
Yeah. So he can't spend too much time doing this now.
Sure, you could optimize your choices by splitting the attacks in an optimized way, but just roll everything into the Loon Court, and then roll the next unit into the next unit, even if it's not optimized. It is really important.
Definitely.
Oh, and don't drop your dice.
That is not good for your clock. Yeah, he needs to be thoughtful of it now. He's a bit too relaxed. Come on. Yes, so many dice to roll. I learned
that by playing Beasts of Chaos. I used to play 30 blocks of Tsangors.
Yeah.
And there you can choose to mix the weapons, which are better optimization.
But it takes time.
It sucks for the clock.
Many times you have to really keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And that is where the practice comes into it as well.
Making that right decision. This is 3-hour rounds, yes.
These are 3-hour rounds.
And they all both started at 1.5 hours. They have the players actually have 3 hours and a quarter of an hour.
Yeah. Super Dead Loon Court, yeah.
They both have 15 minutes to sort of for the reporting and everything like that. So that's added to the round, so the 3 hours is actual play time.
Yes. And thank you guys very much for
the kind words.
We're super thrilled that you like it.
That's our hope, to be able to provide a good commentary.
Love to do this more. Sneaky Snufflers are going.
She's splitting their attacks.
Yeah. And I guess that as many as possible want to go on the Magmadroth. I'm not sure. I for one something. See, that's why we do it in English, so more people can enjoy it.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
If actually, it's Connor, right? If it's only you, then it's worth it.
Exactly. You're the only person this is for.
No,
Still doing it for you.
Yeah. Sad to exclude anyone from the games.
Of course.
And I mean, in many ways, we've all been sort of taking taking part of this tournament or this event in the year that's been going on. If it's been by a tournament organizing or competing and failing in their qualifiers and whatever it is. And so I think that everyone has a right to take part of the final as well.
Most definitely.
So that's why it feels good to be able to sort of
absolutely, and also
have this on stream for you.
You know, all our neighbors from neighboring countries and stuff that they enjoy seeing what happens here.
Anyone who wants to have a sneak peek at what the top players in Sweden are playing in just a couple of weeks before the World's tournament.
That could be a thing too. We are just seeing more motions going through here. Yeah. Oh, we have +1 damage buff there as well. This is a little overkill, but go for it, I suppose.
Yeah, but it killed them now.
Yeah, definitely. Just getting all the damage in there on Gobapalooza. Needs to be rolling those dice.
Yeah,
have a
pile of
dice.
dice.
Yeah.
It's a good roll if it's 3 ups and the 6s are doing the mortal wounds.
That would be on the wound roll.
On the wound roll, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So
good.
these are coming out.
Good, you're here to keep me honest.
Yes. There's a Danish hipster waving. Yeah. Big wave to our Danish friends as well. Definitely. He's keeping I think he's starting to think of the clock as well. He's being constantly reminded by the big numbers that we have on the screen here as well. We can see it on the. If we look up here a little bit, we have the iPad here where they have the big numbers in front of them. I think that helps to remind them of the time that they have, rather than these little chess clocks that we use sometimes. That usually it's kind of hard to see. You don't really mind it so much.
Yeah. And
it might help a little bit to have it big in your face.
Shining, big and shiny, stressful.
Definitely that too. Yeah.
That's the Goba.
21 damage into the Gobapalooza. They are out of here.
So the Loon Court is gone and the Gobapalooza is gone. It's a bad hour for the collectives of the group side kids.
That's like a couple of heroes and then it's not much. It's the 2 units up there. We might get some more Boingos returning.
Yep. He gets.
The Magmadroth hasn't done its thing yet, though.
Yeah, he gets to kill
the Snufflers. The Snufflers are going. He might be able to reach in to hit something else with a long range attack if he has one, but it's gonna be.
I think aren't they quite stuck with 1-inch attacks on the Magmadroth?
They might have just 1-inch, but I was thinking they might have some 2-inch attacks or so.
Yeah, they should have at least, but that.
Generally, like big monsters should have a 2.
I probably stuck in the old book as well.
Could be also. Sometimes you see these big monsters only 1-inch attacks. It's very strange. But I think Skragroth is kind of like staying alive there somehow. Yeah. Just out of 3. Yeah. So just out of 3 of the Magmadroth there.
And so he's swinging at the.
Yeah, if that was the closest unit though, I'm not sure. It looked like a big leap from Skragroth, but it could be still that the top unit was the closest. Definitely.
Interesting.
So Skragroth will still be alive. Okay. Looks like he still has the 3-inch attack that he will be able to use on Skragroth.
Yeah, it's the Grand Axe. It's
the Grand Axe, yes, a 3-inch. Yeah.
So that's going to Skragroth, and the others are going to the Snufflers.
Yeah. We should be able to see it. So this is going to be the important attack here with the axe. Oh, those are good rolls.
It is. All hit. And that's a 1.
That's 1 missed only there.
4 saves.
Yeah, 4 saves. With a lot of rend.
16 damage.
16 damage.
That's 16 4-ups wards.
Yep, ward saves here. And that was not enough, he is dead.
There's the short range attacks on the Snufflers, and those are hitting as well. He's rolling hot now.
Yeah, he's really making these rolls count. Damage 3 on the that's
2 1s.
Oh, D3, so.
The D3, yeah.
Yeah, the D3's
damage.
Yeah, damage, yes. And the Sneaky Snufflers, we're losing a couple, not all of them. I think he still has one more round of attacks from the Magma Droth going in here.
Yeah, I'm not sure he wants to put that Magma Droth into any more combats for his clock's sake.
Yeah, no. There we go.
Yep, they both were...
Yeah, they're starting to be a bit quick about the clock now. And once they want the Snufflers...
This is the time in the game where you sort of start to elect not to move stuff.
Yeah.
So just purposely...
So looks like there's one Snuffler remaining.
One Snuffler remaining.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
So one Snuffler and I think the Loon boss. Yeah. That's what was left on the objective there. What a combat.
It's the Squig boss turn.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to do a lot. Like one save, maybe.
Well, the problem with hitting the Magma Dross is that you probably that you hurt yourself. But it's attacking the Volkites, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah. When you're running out low on time.
Yeah.
You're actually quite a way to sort of drain your opponent's time is by engaging them in combat.
Definitely.
As long as they have time left, they are forced to do attacks.
Yeah.
And that takes time.
Especially if you force them with something that doesn't take a lot of time from you.
Yeah. Or if you have a lot of time left yourself.
Or a lot of time yourself, yes. To just force them to make a lot of rolls.
Yeah.
And, moving models and all that stuff that they have to do.
And I'm really happy that we have the clock on screen. This is something I've been trying out.
Yes.
In different ways. Yeah, because often we sort of have a camera directed at the chess clock or something, but the players can move that around. It's hard to have it in focus. When I'm watching a game, that is the most important information to understand the game. Really.
Definitely.
If we are to understand how Ronya or Albin or whoever gets the... it's
clock on stream
Ronya's
is really good.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
We will not be able to understand her actions in her next turn unless we know exactly how much time she's got left.
Yeah. So if someone chooses not to do something and we start questioning it, that could be a very important factor. So that's where we're at. I believe that's pretty much it. I don't know if we have any battle shocks or anything going on.
5 points for Albin.
Yep, that's enough. This is 5 points, definitely. It's quite a turnaround.
Yep.
And this is going to be rough for Ronya to try to take back.
Yeah.
So we saw one of the indomitable.
Triumphs.
One of the indomitable triumphs on the Snufflers.
So actually, how is she going to be able to take over that bottom?
The bottom one, I don't see that happening, and that is the rough part. She might have to try to just go for the top one and hold out on that one and try to score.
So the grand strategy for the Gloomspite Gits are chasing the moon, and that was that Ronya needs to...
the general has to be on the board and has to have been in the moonlight.
Yeah, for 3 turns.
3 turns out of the game, yes. And the general's still there. It's the shaman who's in the back there, hanging out by the Loon Shrine. But now we have to look where the moon is as well. I guess the moon is in the middle.
It looks like it's a big counter by the below the Magma Droth there.
Yeah, looks like the moon is in the middle here, which would be fine because that means it covers the entire board at the moment, right?
Yeah. So
it's gonna keep moving if she's unlucky, and then she kind of has to move her.
Yeah, but she's had it for
third because she had Skagroth before then. That is true.
Yeah, but on the other hand, Albin has a similarly simple grand strategy to compete, so that sort of nullifies that.
His grand strat is not hard because he has the firewall there. Yeah, it's done.
Exactly, but
I'm not sure they can remove it.
No.
Because you'd have to have a priest to remove it.
Yeah. So as long as I need to start playing with the Cygors.
Exactly.
So both of these grand stats are sort of auto completes.
Yeah.
So we have the glory grabbers.
Okay, so we have glory grabbers. Could you check what that does, perhaps? Because we also have a mystic shield on the Boingrots, the 5 Boingrots that are still alive, and they are going up north.
The glory grabbers is pick one objective controlled by your opponent, which will be both. So I guess she's taking that upper one.
Probably.
Tactic. If at the end of this turn you control that objective and a friendly Gloomspite gets unit that was added to your army as a replacement unit using the Bad Moon Loon Shrine.
So the Squig Herd has to go there. That's what it does. That's what it says.
Or the Bounders.
The Bounders haven't been returned yet. The other ones.
Okay.
I don't think the 8 Bounders are back. I haven't seen them anyway. We can try pushing them. Yeah. No, exactly. We don't have any new Bounders.
Yep.
So that is the Squig Herd.
Well,
should make
there's 18 of them anyway.
Yeah,
so
they should make it, and they should definitely be able to hold the objective.
She wants to
then you have the Bounders that can go in there to just try to mess things up. Oh, the Bounders are going for the support heroes.
Ooh, that's
possibly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are often the ones that you want to kill first, but it's really hard to do. But that's a difference there now in the new Fire Slaves book, I suppose. It's not the same of handing out wards to
Exactly, it's not quite as vital.
The Bounders have run in charge.
Yeah, they run in charge because the moon is all over the place. And here comes the Squig Herd, same thing there.
I wonder if we have only seen these 3 results that are.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of results yet. I think there's a lot of tight games. Oh, sorry, 4 results.
Yeah, but I do.
It might also be that they're taking their time handing things in here.
Could be, but I mean this scenario, since it is sort of bottom heavy, then it's often running tight on the clock.
And it's the late game that is the important part.
And if you use quite a lot. So if you're using quite a lot of your if you're using a lot of your time for the initial turns, then it goes down to that 0.
That can be a big problem here.
Yeah.
So you have to keep those last 3 turns very much in mind.
Yeah, we got a confirmation that the rest of the games are still going on.
Yeah, most of the games are still going on here. So
and it's
no
about
surprises there.
40 minutes left on the round, so the games should be the cutoff for the reporting is in 55 minutes.
Yep.
So it sort of depends on when the players started the clock. Some of them got back early from lunch. Does not give them any more time on the clock.
No, it does not.
Yeah.
So what is going on here now? Perhaps we should just take a look around. Do you want to take a look around the venue, or should
let's do that?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm just going to run away very quickly, and I'll be right back.
Oh.
So you can take a look around the venue and show people how it's going here.
We have here. Grab control of the camera as well.
Yeah, the camera. I'll be right back.
Yeah. And that's a streaming table from the other angle. But as you can see, most of the games are still going on. There's a couple of done here in the middle. We have strict orders from Jesper that any games that are completed, then the players need to evacuate. And there you have your Tom versus Christian game. Over. And the Gloomspite gets table over there. And it looks like, well, a lot of that dead Sylvaneth models there on the side. But yeah, they're still going on. Anyway, and if we can sort of move around, there's another done table on that lovely table. Done by, I think it's Konstantinos. Looks like that with the lava effect. as we commented on when he was on the stream. He is a sort of a good painter. That's Adam playing his game. So, yeah, there's about 8 games. There will be half of the games still going on for this final hour of the game. So that's it. Let's head back to the streaming table. Ronya is making attacks. And yep, she has the squig heart on the objective, which I guess is they will not be doing any charges, I suppose. Yeah, we're into the combat phase. And we see the magma drought being activated, which is a good thing then, because Ronya does not want to lose those squig hearts up there. She just needs to take control of the objective to score her battle tactic. But it's definitely an increased tempo in this turn compared to the previous turns.
Oh yes.
We're already into the combat phase.
We have seen very little on the charges. We have a... let's see here how did it go? Did we have a deleted hero? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's not the Flame Keepers. They're still standing there strong in the middle.
Yep. But the other support heroes have been gone.
That must have been the Deep Strike Priest that went.
Yeah. So.
Most likely.
Yeah, and
the Rune Smiter,
is that the name of it? So what did we have? Oh, there's more results then.
I believe that might have been the Rune Smiter. Oh, it was the Ruin Master. I see.
Could do this.
It was the General.
this Albin's list right there.
Oh, so the Rune Smiter is the one at the bottom there.
Exactly. So.
Oh no, that would be. Both rolling a 600 Predator roll. Wow. Oh wow.
Albin takes the priority.
He does take it.
I suppose, by the way, that Ronya scored 3 points in that round.
Yes. That would make sense for Ronya to score those 3 points. Yep. So we do have an 11 tie here now.
And Albin going first. That's a big thing, because that gives him the guaranteed 5 points.
Definitely. Well, he has to take back that objective though. But he probably can.
Oh yeah, he probably can. Just charge into those.
Yeah, with the units he still has there.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything left next to the magma drought, so you can probably go and charge those in the back.
Yeah.
The squig herd. Take him out.
Yep.
He does need to do something about the bounders though. Well,
that could be a good job from the magma drought otherwise. Because those Volkites should be able to handle the squigs.
Yeah, because he don't have good saves.
Yeah.
He doesn't need the rend very much though.
Yeah.
That is true.
And I mean, those guys. Well, do we have anything left in the middle, squig-wise?
No.
Or,
oh yeah, there's I think it was the Loon boss. Oh no, he has gone. He's dead now. There's nothing left there.
Yeah.
He might not be dead. He might have actually retreated. Looks like. We'll see.
So is repeated up there, right? Is that
it? Is that what we're seeing?
Something there?
Not sure. No, that looks like plants. Maybe not.
But that's a squig standing in the stones, isn't it? By the wall?
Yeah, it is. Okay, so there's a desecrate the lands going on this rocky piece here.
So yeah, it's a reused Rand rune.
Yeah.
It's to kill the squigs, I suppose.
The squigs, yeah.
And of course the bounders.
Just having that Rand. Why not? Because that's what he needs to do now. And then he wants to desecrate the one in front. Most likely he'll just leave those berserkers there, the ones that are in there, just to score that battle tactic.
That down there, that down there.
The one in front. He has to put something there.
Well, he doesn't
for desecrate.
Yeah, for desecrate. Yeah,
yes.
That's the job for the.
That's the job for the second unit there. Yes, and then he needs to get one unit into those squigs, and then something to deal with the boundary.
Shrub squig is what we have in the stones. That's correct.
And we also have the shaman, I believe. He's moved up to the top there, top left corner. I believe he's up here somewhere. So. Oh, there goes the magma drop, the jumping. And yeah, if he now smashes the Loon Shrine, nothing is coming back. That means those 8 bounders that could have done a lot of work won't be showing up.
That is true.
And he considers that worth it, definitely.
It's a good kill.
Yeah, definitely. We still just have to figure out what's going to happen to the other 5 bounders. That's like the last thing that he needs to worry about. It's just 5 though.
So if those 10 Volkites standing there in the middle can go engage, the bounders should be enough, right?
Yeah, but he needs to worry about the objective more right now.
Yeah, but it doesn't have it. So he has another 10 Volkites standing in the bottom on the bottom of the objective, and there's no objective in the middle.
No.
So.
But the thing is, he can't walk off the objective. That is a guaranteed point every turn.
Yeah, but the middle objective is gone. Yeah. There's no objective there. So those 10 standing by the invocation by the bottom, perhaps they can stay, but they can also move away, of course, because there's no gets moving down.
Yeah, he's moving towards Boingos, yes.
Because he has those 5 up.
Yeah, do you think of the ones up top?
Those 5.
Yeah.
They should be able to take care of the squigs.
You think those 5 can take out all the squigs without any buffs? That's a big ask. But maybe it's not that important to him. Maybe he just wants to make sure, because once there's nothing left there, he has that secure. But it's also
there's 2 turns left, sure.
Yeah, but he has to score. He has to score that because they're tied right now. And he has to find a way to score. Plus, he has to make sure his battle tactic works. Also, another thing he could do, of course, is to deny the grand strat of Ronya by killing that general.
Yeah,
that could be very important because if you can just do that.
And is that general still hiding somewhere?
Yes, it's hiding up there in the corner. He's looking at a cunning maneuver, but he'd have to go very far to get that.
Yeah, he needs to get one.
Then he'd have to run his Spellsmith twice, but he can do it. But oh right, yes, of course. Oh, it's the Rune Smiter. Sorry, of course. He has the Rune Smiter. Right by the invocation at the bottom.
Okay,
so it's a cunning maneuver.
It's a cunning maneuver in the back.
That is a guaranteed one.
Yeah, that
is true. Yes, we're getting some updates here from our table boss. That is very true.
So, Bowen, table 12. That would be which ones do we have there?
We'll have to check the listing here.
Or if we have names right from the
these are the
chat.
ones we have. Yeah, these are the ones we haven't looked. Kalle. We do not have any. Nope, nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet on Johan and Kalle.
Jonah.
Jonah.
He's not here.
Nope. So we do not have any result from table 12.
Let's see if we can find table 12, perhaps.
I'm back.
Oh, he's getting in there with the 9-inch charge.
The 9-inch charge is happening, though.
Let's see if we can find table 12 on the second cam for you.
Oh, okay. So I think there was something left here, which would be the Loon Boss, I think. And it charged in with a magma drop on top of it, so now it's gonna smash and kill.
That's a nice combo.
That is a good combo. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have the Loon Boss there hiding behind the rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the guy where we
retreated earlier.
Yep.
And it looks like he's measuring that.
Measuring the charge.
And he's moving those up.
He got the charge. Yeah. I think that's like because the points are more important at this point than any heroes.
Yeah.
They aren't going to do anything for him. If Ronya wants to go hunt heroes with her Boingrots, not going to do so much. Yeah. So 11-inch charge. Yeah. I guess he wasn't really hoping for something that long, but now he got it. He might as well capitalize on that. What will the other ones do? The other 5 should be charging too. Just to get more attacks in on them.
Yeah. Just see if you can find table 12. We're getting numerous requests for table 12. A 9-inch charge by the 5.
They're so fine. I do not know.
That's Tom versus Christian. You were looking at that.
There.
Yep. So got that.
There. There.
That's table 12. Let's have a look quickly then at table 12.
No, but is that table 12? Yeah, it might be yes. Let's see. It's really hard to see anything here.
Yeah, but
we are seeing.
Yeah, it's Kalle.
We're seeing a butt.
It's got a.
And we are still seeing things moving around, standing there. It's kind of hard to say exactly what is going on here.
Spin.
Yeah. So
we did not catch that.
Yeah.
So it's an Ogre versus Seraphon matchup.
Yeah. And I think we saw a lot of Seraphon still on the board.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what was going on there. We'll have to find out.
Kalle won the regional qualifier in Värmland. So, yep. Got a lot of hopes riding on it.
Yeah. Let's see if the
Ogre.
Does everyone from Värmland? That's nice. Well, we're down below the 10-minute mark now here.
Yeah.
Albin has to speed this up. They are kind of feeling that the pressure now from the last ticking minutes here, and they're kind of rushing through a bit.
I mean, Ronya has two rounds left to play.
Yep.
If
now
Albin can sort of finish
they're all gone. Okay, yeah. They're all gone.
Albin needs to sort of not play
anymore. Now he just needs to avoid
even if
playing.
He could charge those Boingrots, but
what happened
ignore that.
Oh, maybe he failed to smash. Or maybe he did smash the.
Yeah, did he manage to smash the?
Do we have any information if that was smashed or not?
Faction train.
Okay, we do not have any confirmation.
Might have forgotten that.
It can also be that just being that close to it stops anything from coming up within.
Could be.
Because it has to be 9 inches away. Yeah. That might be good enough. Okay, so it's just 3 inches away, so they will be able to return there. But I'm not sure that's going to be enough. We'll just have to see what happens to the general here. It's really very much down to the grand strats here.
It is.
If Ronya, but now actually no, he's gonna score. Yeah, he's gonna score the full 5 here now, and that's gonna push him ahead a bit because Ronya's not going to be able to score 5 back.
Yeah, that is
and
true.
She can't deny that grand strat. So I think this is pretty much it. Since he took that objective, and that's what I was saying also, that getting that objective, that's what's going to push it over the edge.
Yeah, I was just banking on those 5 being able, but...
Yeah, but those 5 are out of reach for Ronya, so...
Are we into Ronya's turn now?
Not sure. It could very well be.
Or is it the bounders being activated?
Yeah, it looks like the bounders are doing stuff now, so yes, that would be Ronya's turn. Yeah. So this is Ronya's turn 4.
8 minutes left is good enough for Albin, because when it's his turn, he only needs to declare his cunning maneuver, and then he's done.
And he's done, yeah. So he just needs to save a minute left for his next turn.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do anything else. Just has to score. Yeah, and he shouldn't be spending 8 minutes in the opponent's turn at this point. I don't think there's any way you can do that.
No. And of course, Ronya could get a double turn now, but sure.
What? Why is the turn passed over? Oh.
Well, some noting being done.
They look like
I think he finished up his turn.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that was still his turn. Okay,
yeah, he was finishing up his scoring.
That was probably just some damage going into the bounders there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually have a couple of dwarfs there. It might be the Flamekeepers actually fighting the bounders, just tying them up. It seems.
Well, that's good if you can survive standing there. Because those, I don't know how much damage those bounders could do to those 2 units up there.
No, something is still alive up there, so they're fine. They're still standing.
Well,
that's all he needs.
So he charged one of the Flamekeepers into...
I think he charged 2. I can see 2 models there fighting them, so he charged 2 things. I don't see the Flamekeepers somewhere else. Unless the Flamekeepers are... Nope.
Interesting.
That's interesting. That's a way to use your heroes here.
Yeah.
Tie up that last unit.
But I mean, I don't know how much those bounders could have done by charging into there, but I guess that would be Ronya's play.
Yeah,
anyway.
the possibility would be if she gets the 8. Yeah. Okay. So she's going for Desecrate as well here.
Yeah, still.
Oh, we're hearing some clocks time out here now throughout the venue. Things are getting tense.
Desecrate the land and it's on the opposing rock.
Yeah, so it's the one just across here where.
That means she'll need to move those bounders.
So she'll just move those bounders, capture that.
That's her admitting a loss, because that means she does not even try to contest.
Yeah, she's not even trying to go for the win anymore. Yeah, just a retreat from the bounders, trying to grab that objective. She just has to go for the battle tactic at this point. That's all she can do.
Because battle tactics are, as we've been saying, a tiebreaker for, and it's own completed battle tactics.
Yes, exactly. So it doesn't matter how much your opponent does. The most important thing is completing your own. So that's why it's still worth it.
All that's interesting for Ronya right now is
can she do the last
complete her own battle tactics.
Yeah.
And her grand strategy, if possible.
If she can keep her general alive too.
So we have 2 more results coming in. It's and we have the Christian versus Tom result. Christian won that fight 20-12. And so it's a KO win over the Sylvaneth.
Yeah, we have that as well. What else do we have? We have. Can we check this one as well?
Yep.
We can go through and check out what kind of results we have going here.
So we're getting the results by paper. That's when we're reporting, and while they are
so that
only reported, they're only entered into the system after the fact.
Ronya got priority last turn.
She won priority for the last turn.
Means she can try to get another battle tactic. She actually should check that. She scored that battle tactic. She didn't score anything else, but she did score the 2 for the battle tactic. Yeah. Okay.
So, she'll be trying to score a battle tactic.
So now it's just one last battle tactic.
That's about it. Just to kill something so that's not under the moon.
Oh.
So this, which one?
So this would be table 3, I believe?
Vide versus Max.
Yeah. That would be
OBR versus
Bone Reapers versus Cities, and Bone Reapers won that one.
Interesting. That's an old book.
Yeah, it is.
But it was playing another old book. Yeah. Both are getting new books.
Yes, they are. What else do we have here?
Lexis versus Erik.
Lexis versus Erik. That is
table. Why is it so hard?
Table 2.
Table 2.
And on table 2 we have, let's see, Stormcast.
With Alexis
and Korn for Erik.
Yep.
And the winner here was the Stormcast Alexis.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Stab him in the dark.
Stab him in the dark.
That is what we have. And she's gonna try to kill one of the rune keepers. Well, the rune keeper, I believe. Yes, just be one. The flame keeper. Sorry, yeah, no, one of the flame keepers there.
So look at that. Actually.
Yeah, Boingrots are, of course, charging it in, trying to kill it.
Mostly to
score
be,
to just score at that point. See if she can keep the general alive.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we can see what happened to the general. Let's see if we can figure anything out there. It's probably hiding. Oh yeah, you can see him there at the very, very edge of the table, in the very corner, just hiding out, trying to stay alive.
That's what you get when you get the initiative in turn 5.
Yep, that's what happens. So.
That's stab in the dark. Pick one enemy unit on the battlefield. You complete this tactic if that unit was destroyed by an attack made by a friendly Gloomspite Gits unit during this turn, while it was not affected by the
I'm guessing that the moon has moved to the opposite corner. So we have 3 more results here we could check.
Mm-hmm.
So if we bring out our tables again, we have, let's see, Björn and Anton. That would be at table 11.
Yep.
Where we have Björn playing.
Björn was playing Slaves
to Darkness. And Anton was playing Gloomspite Gits. Very tight game. And Anton won that by 2 points.
Cool.
We also have Viking versus Dick. And that would be table 8. Viking playing the Ogres, as we heard earlier. And Dick playing Maggot, King of Nurgle. And that was a win for Viking. The Ogres are actually pretty good against Nurgle.
Yep.
And then we have another one here with Johan Rydell versus Filip Wall, which would be table 9. And Johan is playing Sylvanet. And Philip is playing Fire Slayers, and Fire Slayers took this one. Good win as well. Yeah. Yep. Yep. So we also see that Ronya managed to kill said Runekeeper here up in the corner. It looks very empty. There's nothing. Flamekeepers. Yeah.
Yep.
Flamekeeper is dead. There's nothing there, so that was a success. She got her 13 points, and of course we have Cunning Maneuver, as we were saying, from Albin, and he's done. He doesn't need to do anything else. Yeah. So now he's just gonna try to hunt down the shaman. He doesn't really need to because the invocations are still there.
But he
can do it for. Yeah, he can still do it just to get that extra point of BP, just to make sure in case something were to happen about the invocations.
It puts him.
And there, yeah. So that is it. If we were to switch cameras, we can probably see the handshake coming now as they are talking about the last element.
In my long years doing this, I've never seen a grown man so happy for a win.
There we have it. We'll need to, So we're seeing here that they are talking it through. That should be it. We're just looking for that handshake coming up here.
Yeah, let's hope we can get both of the players.
Yeah, we should definitely try to do that before the next round starts, if we have time.
Yeah, this is a shorter break.
It is a short break.
And they have been...
And there's the handshake. What a game. This was great. This was great.
Absolutely.
I love this match. This was a good game of Warhammer. Definitely.
Real.
Yeah. So we're ending up, let's see here. Yeah.
24 to 15 or 16 perhaps. Yeah.
So 18, that would be?
15 with the M+3 for the grand strategy, of course.
Yes, so that would be a 21 versus 16. We're looking at? It is definitely a win
24 to 18.
How would you get it? Oh yes, because it gets 5 to 24. Yes.
So that
unless he didn't
score.
get the grand strat, but I don't see how he wouldn't get grand strat unless something is wrong.
Our table
We'll
was
double
set.
check that, but I think that table was set.
Yep, so that's what our table was set. So it's a solid win and a very nice pickup by Albin.
Yep.
Or perhaps it wasn't even a pickup. He might very well have
No, but that was
calm with the game plan, but that's not how I felt watching that game.
But it was a great game to see, and I think that was a gamble, but we also see how sometimes trusting your gut can really help.
And being confident with the ability of your models, your army.
Very much so.
I think that Ronya engaging with her squeaks was a mistake.
Yeah, that was a bit reckless, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe if they did more damage, but the fact that the counter charge came,
it's
with
a
the
bit
fight
of a
first available to the fire slayer, that was dangerous.
This one could make a grown man cry.
Would you look at this?
Boban, are you here? And are you
Boban,
ready to
we have your result, the one you've been waiting for.
So we have on table 12 we have Kalle Fridholm playing versus Johan Hilmersson. Kalle Fridholm is playing. What's he playing then? Good.
Was it Ogres? What were you like?
Ogres, right? Yeah, and Johan.
He already has his spoiling it here for everyone in the chat. It's 17-16 for
I'm trying to build it up here, Boba.
What an exciting game here.
Yeah, that's correct.
That
17-16 by 1 point.
Yeah, amazing.
So Värmeland det sköna. It's getting the win.
Yeah, let's bring it back to the studio here.
Yeah.
Because we are done looking at this. What a great game, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Welcome
Fantastic.
back to the studio here.
Yeah.
What a game!
Yeah.
We were second guessing everything, but also
it's good to be proven wrong sometimes.
Yeah, definitely, and also to see that someone has the guts to just go with the flow and stick to his guns, and it worked. There was a lot. This anymore? Do I?
Yeah.
There was a lot going on there, and also. weird. Doesn't. Oh, now there we go. Is the sound better this time now? Now perhaps we've gotten it back online. It seems like it wants to work. Are you guys hearing us? This microphone is not our friend today. Get them headphones on again. The headphones, yeah, no, okay, yeah, the sound is back. Yeah, this microphone is acting up a bit. We have to unplug it and plug it back in. So, sorry, where were we? We were saying that the big issue was...
Yeah, should have kept the center line.
Yeah,
instead of trying to go for grabbing and killing those, engaging those double units.
Yeah, going in like that with the squig herd, that was a bit reckless. If they had more buffs, sure, then maybe that would been like they would been able to take out 2 units.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they didn't have a lot of buffs, it would be better to just have them as a roadblock. Yeah. And keep Albin boxed in, most likely. But it's also easy to say after the fact, I think, seeing the dice roll.
Yeah.
Because getting in there and killing 24 of them before they get to get accurate.
Exactly, I should.
That makes a big difference.
It's definitely. I fully admit being wrong about Albin's choices. So, so. We can speculate, we can analyze, we can make our assumptions, but the game is played on the table.
It is very much so.
Yeah.
And we can sit here and have our own opinions about what's going on, and we don't have to feel any of the pressure.
Yeah.
So these are tough decisions to make. These are tough calls. And
these are.
I think you also have to keep in mind that these are fresh battle tones. Mm-hmm. People haven't gotten the experience of seeing things play out with these matchups very much, and therefore you kind of have to wing it a bit more. Yeah. And that's when you get these risky things that sometimes really come back to bite you.
And also in the matchup, so if Albin, and I know he has been playing Fire Slayers consecutively. Yeah. So he's been sticking to that. Yeah. So he's learning. He's getting his kind of feeling trimmed. He's getting that as it should be.
Exactly.
And so all his opponents have only faced Fire Slayers occasionally.
Yeah.
So their gut feeling is not as precise.
Exactly. Especially with an army that maybe hasn't seen a lot of play in a while.
And you can look at the war scroll as you're playing and sort of try to surmise what will happen if I charge that, but you have to have done it to get that.
You have to see it to believe it in a way. Yeah, definitely.
So just deciding to charge in is you need those reps under your belt.
You definitely do, and I think that's kind of what's going to be going on right now with all these new battle tones in a quite short span of time. Is that it's going to take a while for everyone to kind of learn how the things work now and how the new meta is. Yeah. Before we actually see it even out and people, kind of making the right decisions and learning how things work and knowing what to expect and what to plan for.
Yeah, and I think that's interesting for the coming season.
Definitely.
That's going to be a little less intensive with new battle tones since we've had a
So it's gonna kind of even out now. Yeah, we're gonna have like 2 more battle tones. Then it's gonna be chill for a while.
Yeah. So should we? I suspect that the players will want a break.
We can check. Yeah, I can check here. We have until 16:30 that we have the next round. Is that
16:45?
16:45. So this round is until 16:30. We'll see if we can. I'm gonna see if I can get anyone to sit here for an interview. If you're up for it, if you can just sit tight.
Yep.
And I'll make sure we can be back in just a sec.
Yeah.
I'll probably pop over to the screen here and go hunting for our players. Yeah.
And here we are with Albin.
Yeah. Should we do it in English?
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
We've been doing all the stream in English.
Okay, perfect.
What a win! What a game!
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. Really fun game.
Yeah. Are you happy with the way you played, or?
Yeah. I've made like minor rules. You like forget rules and forget to do stuff in some phases, but overall I felt like I played a great game, better than last game at least.
Yeah.
A lot.
I mean, it was a really great game to be commentating on and watching.
Yeah.
It was sort of full of turns and twists and second guessing from our part. So if you're watching it back, you'll probably hear both me and Leora being sort of surprised by choices you made during the game and discussing that versus Ronya, but you proved us wrong.
Yeah, I played this matchup a couple of times and it have gone well pretty much every time. Lost the first game I played against new Gits, but won the remaining 4. I suppose the point that was the most controversial, or like the biggest shock you could say, was probably me choosing to give away turn 2. And the way I felt about it was like this. I'm not too concerned of being charged. Charging is really just like, I like being charged for most time because I can charge in their turn, I can first in their turn, and that was what then happened. Ronya did one mistake, I also did one mistake. I should have done my read play in a different way, but in the end she didn't capitalize on it and actually move within 3 of my Volkites that were able to charge then. Because she moved, didn't do that, I could charge, I could give him +1 damage. And I knew that comfortably could pretty much wipe out the whole unit of squigs. That wasn't really a concern on my part. I was a bit scared of that because I knew if all 3 Volkites would have died in front, I probably would have lost the game because I felt I didn't have enough stuff on the board anymore. That didn't happen. I feel like most of the time it doesn't happen that much when you play Volkites are quite survivable.
Yeah, you had all your buffs up.
I had my 5+ ward. Like if I'm gonna take a turn, take a full-on charge, it's gonna be this turn. And I felt like the risk, what would happen if I took the turn was I go wipe out the unit of 15 Boing Growths, but then I get counter charged by the 36 squigs, and then she gets back those Boing Growths, and then she gets double, and it would have been way too much just wishing for the best things to happen, and I didn't like the situation of going first, and I normally don't. I like giving away, so I can dictate the terms of play a bit more as going second in turn.
And that double you had into 3 really sealed it for you.
That was the case. And that's also a reason that you can go second. I know from playing this matchup, if you just manage to kill the stuff in front of you, it dies quite quickly. It comes back, but it dies. You can then go to the buffs. And if you just kill the buffs, the squigs don't do that much anymore. Especially since they only come back 8 squigs and 15 point growth. 8 point growth, 15 squigs.
Yeah, it really does sound like you had a solid control of the game.
Maybe I'm saying a bit more than I actually had. I was quite scared top of turn 2 when I saw that the possibility of Ronya actually going within 3 of the Volkites, then that was a bit scary.
I think it was at the start of during your second turn. That's when, or if it was at the start of your third turn, that we were starting to see the result of sort of a comeback, and I think the comment was well, it's in no way Albin's game, but he's really made sort of a comeback, and I think you were at 11 equal 11 by then, or something like that. For the
I think I was down 1 point.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it's a really well played game. And we had a comment. You should apply for the Six Nations game team.
Yeah, maybe.
You had a good year. Is it about a year you've been on the tournament scene?
Yeah, in Sweden, yes. About a year in Sweden, yes. So I played. First tournament in Sweden was Lincoln last year. But I played Warhammer for quite a while and played tournaments before other countries.
Yeah. So, you're on 2 wins now?
I'm 2 wins now.
You're aiming for the 5 wins and get the trophy?
You can always aim for it, I suppose.
Good luck with that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good luck with the rest of the tournament.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Yeah.
It's me.
It's you. So I start. Keep that this in English as well.
Ah, right. Yes.
So, as I was saying to Albin, it's a really intense game.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I love intense games. It's the challenge that makes it fun.
Mm-hmm. It was really good to watch because it was sort of. Yeah, it was down to sort of the round where your time started to be sort of pressing. That's about when the time when we started to see an end to it or started seeing a result to it, because it was really tight up until the end of second or third round.
I don't quite agree to that. I think it was more or less over at the turn 2. Like it was basically decided, or like 70-30 to Albin's favor after me committing and gaining nothing from it. Like I overreached. For sure.
Where did you overreach then?
I should have, like Albin said, tagged with the Squighard. I didn't see that then. I probably shouldn't have even gone in though, because I didn't get any buffs off, like all the spells miscasted and like stuff like that. So I think I should charge with the bounders in 1 unit.
Yeah, and
maybe kill it. Probably kill it, and keep the Squighard, like just box him out of the scenario instead. And take, like, if he gets a double after that, yeah, I'll have to tank it. He probably wouldn't kill like the full unit then, though. With me having triumphs, I could probably hold them for a turn, and then I think it would have been a very different game.
Yeah. Also, like at the end of turn 1 or battle round 1, Albin was standing more or less inside his own deployment zone, and you were sort of down past the where up, or if the objective would have on your left side gone on the farther side, that's basically where you were at that point. Yeah. Okay, so have you played Fire Slash?
I played them once or twice before. Once before. And then I played a lot more calm and collected. I did have a very different list. I had Mangler Squig to like deny the first strike. I had Gobapalooza more aggressively positioned, so I could always do like the no command spell. So I played that way more safe. It was also the auto-win scenario then, I think. So it was a very different game.
Yeah.
And not just one objective to fight over.
So, and do you feel that with the new book that you can sort of gauge what will happen when you engage the Fire Slayers, or is it sort of a surprise?
In the new Fire Slay book, or the Fire Slay book?
Yeah.
I haven't read it, so I don't really know.
Because that's really important when you have that decision on the Squighard, for example.
Yeah. No, like I had no clue how much impact the guys with the dice would have. Now I know. You need to fear those guys. Those guys makes the damage go from meh to very high.
Yeah. So in a way, we have a season coming up with a little less intensive release schedule of Battletones. So.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your goals for the rest of the tournament? Do you have any set goals? Or?
Drink as much rum as I can, because now it's rum drinking time.
That's what a loss can do for you.
No, win or loss, it would be rum time either way.
Yep. And there's Worlds coming up.
It is. Looking forward to it. Yeah. Apparently Spain is our first land to conquer.
All the best of luck in Worlds, and have fun for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for being on the stream.
Hey.
Jesper!
Hello!
Get an interview with you as well.
Yeah.
Where everyone is behaving.
ask me stuff. And can I please have the scorecard?
Oh, sure. So you're doing TO work. Yeah. I'll interview while you do this.
Yeah.
Actually, keep
Talk to me.
Everything. Are everyone behaving?
Pretty much, yeah. It's only William being obnoxious.
Okay.
But he's a Skaven player, so it's fair.
Yeah, this should be done.
I'm used to him.
And nobody's been thrown out of the tournament?
Nobody's been thrown
any
out.
Yellow cards?
No. I think they are behaving fair, square.
Good.
And they are asking nicely whenever they are having like anything coming up, and there might be a discussion.
Yeah. There's sort of, you've been pushing for a different attitude in the game,
yeah,
than for most other. Are people listening to that? Because as a TO, at least my experience has been that people are, well, yeah, you set your rules as a TO, but two guys playing Warhammer are playing Warhammer. It's sort of as the game starts.
Yeah,
it's their game.
Yeah,
and of course it's fair, but I mean this is a bit different because it's since it's Swedish Masters, people have qualified. In a way, you're representing someone else.
Yeah, I mean, for me to push for those rules that we are having here at the moment is because I'm putting 10,000 Swedish crowns into this tournament to the winner to go to the USA. It's from my own pocket. It's no company. It's nothing behind that. It's from my pocket. And for me to do that, I want everything to be clear. It's no discussion about anything. If I forget something, it's my responsibility to like fix it, but I can't fix it because I forgot it. So I have to do the best with the situation I put myself in. It wasn't my opponent who put me in the situation. It was me.
Yep.
So that's why we were doing the like no take backs and having strict, like if you skip a phase or anything that normally is like just do it because it's the spirit of the game. The spirit of the game is for me as well to have the emotion, to be mentally prepared, to be mentally focused throughout the game and do your best. Because like I always compare it with football. If you and me are running for the ball and you fell over, I'm not gonna stop and lift you up. I'm gonna run for the ball and score a goal.
And also we had a comment in the chat just about the takebacks. It relieves the pressure on players to sort of give it away, because in a way you've not as much banned asking for a take back, you've banned giving it away, and that's a good thing in a way. But not for the learning games. I mean, I played a game yesterday. We were taking back things from.
And you should do it all the time as well during a learning game. Because learning games is not the Swedish Masters.
No, exactly.
It's a pickup game, and whenever you play with a friend at home and having a beer or whatever like that, do whatever pleases you.
Yeah.
But once you go to a tournament, you are actually telling other people that, hey, I'm here to play tournament. Yeah. And tournament can be just as much fun as a pickup game at home, as long as you set the standard for the game before the first die is rolled.
Yeah.
So when we talk about it and like we're gonna play without takebacks, or I'm gonna give you a few takebacks, or if I notice during the game that you're a rookie tournament player, I'm gonna help you out. I'm probably gonna win the game anyway, and why not help you have a better experience of the tournament scene? Because there's no prestige in having 2 extra battle points at the end. There's no prize money in those tournaments. So
yeah, that is correct, and just not forcing anyone to be the bad guy.
No,
not forcing anyone to say no, and not forcing anyone. So yeah, that's a good thing.
And when you go to a tournament as well, even I might go with my friends. Like we're 4 guys in the car, say for example. We might have an individual bet in the car, like who is gonna do the best or such. And that's like, if I want to play it strict, then let me play it, because I might be playing you this game, but my bet is with my friends. I mean, I'm never succumbing to that.
Yeah, I can't give that away.
No, never.
No. We should leave you to do the TO stuff and entering the results, so we can get the pairings for the next round. So, thanks everyone for joining us for the for this round 2, and we will be back shortly, isn't that right?
We'll be back shortly, yes.
I'm just here taking over the place.
That is quite right. We're super happy to be here.
Yeah, and so round 3 is set to start at 16:45.
Yep.
16:45 might be prolonged a bit because I need to enter the results here.
So it might be pushed back maximum 15 minutes.
If somebody wouldn't mind telling everybody that we're pushing it for...
Do we say 15 minutes?
15 minutes.
So we'll start at 5 instead.
Yeah.
5 o'clock.
Yes. I will go and inform everyone, and we'll see everyone back here very soon.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. That's better you'll need to do.